What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch along. It's the big one, Manchester Derby. It's Manchester United taking on Manchester City at Old Trafford. Should be, I'm hoping, a really good game of football, and hopefully Manchester City can once more show our dominance that we've held now over Manchester United for over a decade. But before we do crack on with this live watch along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. We are aiming for 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We are already on to 10 likes, which is fantastic. So we've got 90 likes to go, so any help towards that would be brilliant. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the live chat. What are your score predictions for the Manchester Derby today? Also, don't forget to let me know where you are tuning in from. We've already got Dudley in on the chat. Hello, Dudley. Thank you very much for tuning in. So team news is out nice and early for Manchester City and for Manchester United as well. That's why I wanted to go live an hour before kickoff here, so I can bring you all the latest developments, all the latest news as we build up to the big Manchester Derby and Man United taking on Man City. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to talk through the teams and we're going to make up some judgments from that. So we're going to start off with our opponents first. We'll just go head on to Sky Sports, and you can see that Manchester City have made 6 changes to their team. Firstly, we're going to go and have a look, as I said, at our opponents first, Manchester United, and then we'll look at Manchester City. So Manchester United, big news and big calls for them with Jonny Evans and Harry Maguire starting. So we'll speak through the teams because I really want to get my teeth into the teams and what United have gone for and also what Manchester City have gone for. So Manchester United, team news for them. They're starting with Onana in goal. It's Victor Lindelof, I think, going to be starting on the left-hand side of defence with Diogo Dalot starting on the right side of defence, which means they've got a centre-back pairing of Harry Maguire and Jonny Evans. In midfield, made up of Scott McTominay, Amrabat, and Ederson, with Bruno Fernandes, I presume, going on the right-hand side, Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side, and Hojlund starting up top. On the bench for them, they've got Bayindia, Mount, Martial, Reguilon, Garnacho, Varane, Anthony, Marino, and Hannibal. Now, to me, big calls there. Harry Maguire, Jonny Evans, centre-backs, Varane on the bench. That, to me, is a centre-back pairing that Manchester City should be all over, in my opinion. Harry Maguire, Jonny Evans, does that smell of a defence that is capable of keeping Manchester City out? Is that a defence that's capable of Manchester United making progress from last season and trying to build on getting into the Champions League and potentially pushing for a title challenge with Jonny Evans and Harry Maguire as their centre-backs? That, to me, if I'm Pep Guardiola, I'm seeing that team, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. That is why I wanted Jeremy Doku to start this game, because Jeremy Doku would rip that defence to shreds with his pace and precision. And we haven't gone with Jeremy Doku. Blows my mind. I would have started Jeremy Doku in this game. The team is exactly the team that I wanted from City. Jack Grealish comes in ahead of Doku is the only change I would like to have seen. So we start with Ederson in goal. It's going to be Walker right side of defence, Diaz through the middle, and Josko Gvardiol on the left-hand side. John Stones is going to sit next to Rodri. That, to me, is a solid defence for Manchester City that's capable of keeping the score down in the Manchester Derby. So it's all about attack. Julian Alvarez, Phil Foden going through the middle. Bernardo Silva is going to go on the right-hand side. Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. And Erling Haaland starting up top is Manchester City's team. On the bench, Ortega-Moreno, Kalvin Phillips, Nathan Ake, Mateo Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, Gomez, Matheus Nunes, got Sergio Gomez, Oscar Bob, and Rico Lewis. Decent defence from Manchester City. As I was speaking about in my preview, Manchester City haven't quite got that depth. You look at Manchester City and they say City have got a team that's capable of competing across the Premier League, whether that be Manchester City's A team or the B team. And that bench, to me, I look at Kovacic, I look at Doku, I'm looking towards Nathan Ake. These are the players I'd be expecting to make a difference for Manchester City. But, Kalvin Phillips, Matheus Nunes hasn't really got going for Manchester City as of yet. We're relying on a couple of young players in there. Promising prospects. Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, two fantastic young players. Depth for Manchester City. It is a myth, in my complete honest opinion. But to really speak about this Manchester City attack, Foden, Bernardo, Grealish, Haaland. I look at Erling Haaland and I think to myself, fantastic striker. He wants wide players around him that are going to be nice and direct, that are going to help stretch the defence to free up Erling Haaland. Bernardo Silva's brilliant. He starts on that right wing. We've never really had much pace out there. The only other option you'd have would be to go with the extra midfielder with Kovacic and move Foden out wide and have him stretch the pitch. Jack Grealish starts, and I get why he starts. He starts to try and counteract Manchester United's attacking threat. Manchester United's weak points are their defence. And I'm really hoping that City, they're going to try and dominate the ball, aren't going to be reserved. Our mistake at Old Trafford last season was not attacking United enough, not putting that game to bed. We can come back. We can speak about them refereeing decisions. There's nothing stopping another dodgy refereeing decision happening today either. So Old Trafford, United are renowned for it. It could well happen. There's a strong possibility that it does happen. So Manchester City have to be prepared for that. And Manchester City have to do everything in their power to make sure that it has absolutely zero influence on the game and it doesn't affect Manchester City through any impact whatsoever when it comes to trying to pick up 3 points. And to me, I look at United's defence, Lindelof, Evans, Maguire, Dalot. That is a defence to me that needs to be exploited by Manchester City. And my concern is Manchester City haven't got enough attacking finesse in that starting 11 to make the difference. Could tire United out. City could be in for a strong last 20 or 30 minutes with Jeremy Doku coming off from the bench. I'd like to have seen him start. I'd like to have seen what he could do to try and stretch that Manchester United defence. This is a massive call and it's a massive game for Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish has to put in an 8 out of 10 performance today. Otherwise, he may well struggle to get back into the Manchester City starting 11. Jeremy Doku, to me, is the informed player who's had the better start to the season. In the big game, Doku starts for me. Big call to go with Jack Grealish. I don't want to see City sitting deeper and trying to nullify Manchester United. I want to see us attack them. I want to see us score goals. I want us to completely annihilate them because Manchester United have been riding their luck. Let's face it, they've been riding their luck for the whole season. They haven't played particularly well in one game that I can recall. Manchester United at times look all over the place. That when they go up against a strong, organised team who know how to defend, who know how to attack like Manchester City do, this is where City should be thinking to themselves, you know what? We lost against Arsenal away. It wasn't a good performance. We didn't get the job done. We need to make sure that we get the job done. We're 5 points behind Tottenham Hotspur right now. We need to win this game. Manchester United equally need to win this game. I look at that United defence and I think Manchester City should be doing everything in their power to make sure that they're picking up them 3 points and scoring them important goals. And to me, Doku gets the nod ahead of Jack Grealish for me. But there we go. Triple D. I think you're spot on. Wanted Doku to start. I've got a feeling that we might not have enough creativity, but when Jack Grealish and Foden start on the wings, it's usually good. And it should be good for what we see from Manchester City. I think it's capable of getting the job done. I think the job would get done quicker and better with Doku starting. That's my concern here for this match. That is my concern. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope Manchester City have every success. We manage this game from minute 1 right through to the final whistle, and we get the job done and we pick up them important 3 points. That's what we need to do. I'm very happy with the team. I just would have preferred Doku to have started this game. I know that United are looking a bit stretched and a bit thin when it comes to their defence, which means you need to go with your strongest attacking players. And to me, Jeremy Doku is one of Manchester City's strongest attackers that we've got. He's in form. He's finding goals. He's finding assists. He's got the pace to hurt Manchester United. He could grab himself a goal. He could grab himself an assist. More importantly, he creates that space for Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland now has to compete with Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire, two very physical defenders. No pace between them, not great defenders, but they're going to sit to Erling Haaland like glue, which means Foden, Bernardo, Grealish, Alvarez, they need to have the game of their lives to try and free up that space for Erling Haaland. I'd have gone with Doku. The pace would stretch one of their fullbacks away. Doku goes and does Dalot. Dalot likes to get forward, let's not forget. He overcommits. Doku comes in. You stretch apart a Harry Maguire or a Johnny Evans who have a mistake in them, and bam, we're good to go. See, I understand why we've gone with Grealish. It's to try and nullify Manchester United's attack, which United will be looking at that and thinking our attack looked much smarter and looked much brighter than what their defence does. But I don't want to speak about Manchester United's strengths and weaknesses. I want to speak about what Manchester City can do. And I don't think that Manchester City, Erling Haaland is obviously the main attacking player. Outside of Erling Haaland, my concern is where is that creativity to come from to create them opportunities for Manchester City? At the moment, I look at that team and I think Man City are going to have to be really clinical in this game to win this game without Doku starting. Doku starting, I think I'd feel a little bit better. I understand why we've gone with Jack Grealish if you want to try and nullify the threat of, I presume it's going to be Bruno Fernandes that's going to be going on that right wing for Manchester United. They're going to be targeting the other side, I reckon, with Marcus Rashford and the left-hand side, which would free up that Manchester City left wing. So, as I said, Jack Grealish needs to have a really good game here for me. He's not got off to the best of starts for Manchester City. Jeremy Doku has got off to the better start. Jack Grealish, Pep Guardiola showing the confidence. He needs to put in a good performance. He'll be bombing up and down that left-hand side. He'll be tracking back. I imagine City, I'm not concerned from this game because we look defensively sound. It's all about attack. You don't beat teams without scoring goals. We're at Old Trafford. We need to score them goals. I still think City win this game, and I'm going exactly with the same as what OG's gone with there. I'm going with 2-1 to Manchester City. I reckon United are going to get a penalty, so I think it'll be Bruno Fernandes that will take the penalty that will score for United. I think goal today for City coming from Julian Alvarez, and I'm backing Erling Haaland to grab a goal as well. I think if Jeremy Doku had started over Grealish, I'd be confident that this could be 4-1. At the moment, though, I think City playing it very reserved, and so I'm going for a 2-1 narrow win for Manchester City. They're my thoughts from seeing the teams and heading into the game. Would love to know your thoughts as well, guys, in the live chat. So don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. That would be great as well. We're now on to 17 likes, just 83 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget to go check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the live chat, your score prediction, and let me know where you are tuning in from today as well. Now, as we've gone live an hour before kickoff, I do have some pre-match entertainment for you guys to enjoy and look forward to. So I'm going to pop that on in just one moment for a little teaser for you guys to enjoy. OG, thanks for the comment here saying Grealish hasn't been on the best of form at the moment, but maybe last time he played at Old Trafford and got that goal, he might take confidence from that. And Jack Grealish will take confidence. Jack Grealish doesn't strike me as the type of person who lacks any confidence or lacks any self-belief. He does. He'll back himself. City spent £100 million. He's a top quality player. My only concern is the attacking finesse here of Manchester City. I want to see Jack Grealish popping up into space. I want to see Jack Grealish challenging that Manchester United defence just as much as he is tracking back. I want to see Jack Grealish having shots on goal, causing havoc, creating problems and freeing up space. Life isn't always about, as an attacker, grabbing goals and getting assists, but it certainly does help. And if you're in that front three for Manchester City, at the end of the day, you are going to get judged on how many opportunities you're creating, how many assists you've got, and how many goals you have scored. And that's what Jeremy Doku is doing for Manchester City, causing havoc, creating problems, grabbing goals, and getting assists. Jack Grealish, needs to do the same as well. He's more than capable. He's a brilliant player. He's a fantastic player. I want to see more of it. As I said, this could be a pivotal turning point for Jack Grealish. This could be a game where Jack Grealish goes out there, grabs a goal, gets an assist, he builds from there, and Jeremy Doku then is challenging on the right wing rather than the left wing because Jack Grealish has made that his own. Jack Grealish is a wonderful winger for ball retention, keeping possession, and helping Manchester City with their defensive responsibilities as well. And if you've got a team that are going to try and attack like United are, then Jack Grealish is the player that you want in your team. But if United, as weak as their defence is, we need to find that right balance. And to me, Jeremy Doku comes on for Manchester City. If we're not getting that attacking finesse there, he has to come on sooner rather than later. And I wouldn't rule out, if this game is as narrow as what I think it's going to be, Jeremy Doku getting a good at least 30 minutes here for Manchester City. And at some tired legs could just be pivotal for City and could just turn this Manchester derby. City obviously wanting to learn their lessons. They're not going to want to lose this game. To me, we're 5 points behind Spurs. We've got a difficult schedule coming up. We've got Chelsea coming up in November away from home. We've got Liverpool to face as well at the Etihad. Not easy games. Man City need to rectify that disappointing result against Arsenal by winning this game. Won't be easy, of course, but I'm backing Manchester City to be able to do that. I'm going 2-1 City today. Goals for Alvarez and Haaland and a Bruno Fernandes penalty. Rightio then, on to today's entertainment for you guys to look forward to. Now, over the last few weeks, JSGC has been able to enjoy a few games and provide some brilliant vlogs that I hope you guys have enjoyed, including covering a lot of coverage in the Champions League, which I'm fully enjoying doing. Now, I got to experience something I've not been able to do or be in a position to do before, and that was with Manchester City, follow my team home and away, and be able to go and enjoy Manchester City's European adventures, which is the joys of being a Manchester City fan, that you're able to go out there and experience and watch the team live in person. If you're ever in the position to be able to go and do so, go and do it, because it is surreal. It's one of the best feelings, one of the best things ever in the world, in my complete honest opinion. When you're as passionate as Manchester City fans as well, it is a joyous experience. And I was fortunate enough and lucky enough to be in the position to go and check out Manchester City in an away match abroad in Europe, where we went and watched City beat RB Leipzig in Germany. It's a fantastic vlog taking you through all of our experiences that we got up to on our away day. And that is today's pre-match entertainment for you guys to enjoy. So do sit back, relax. Don't forget to grab yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, get yourself settled down, and we'll be back again in roughly around 30 minutes' time as we have the build-up to kick off for the big Manchester derby. So I will see you guys then. Again, don't forget, leave a thumbs up, and don't forget as well, subscribe to if you are new around here, and do let me know your thoughts as well. I'll keep bobbing in and out of the chat for you guys as well, so we'll still have plenty of interaction. So I'll just get the video sorted for you guys. So sit back and relax. And away we go. Guys, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a very special video. We're going to be doing a match vlog of Manchester City's away match against RB Leipzig in the Champions League. We're looking at the most hated team in Germany taking on arguably the most hated team in England. We're getting the hated derby here, and I'm really looking forward to it. This is my first time that I've been in a position that I can enjoy a Manchester City away game in Europe, so I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a cracking trip. The plan of action is we're going to head from Manchester, we're going to go over to Czechia, we're going to go to Prague, we're staying there for a night, we're going to travel over to Leipzig Wednesday morning, and then we're going to watch the match and do a match vlog for you guys. And of course, I'm going to take you guys with me every single step of the way. So don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, please do leave a thumbs up. We're going to go super ambitious here, 300 likes. Any help towards that would be fantastic. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'm going to take you guys along with me every single step of the way. I will see you Manchester Airport. Let's start the adventure.
The next day.
Just over £6 a pint here at Manchester Airport Terminal 3, but we've made it. Pre-holiday drinks. Might just be up there with the best pint out there. Lovely stuff. It might only be 5:16 a.m. Brilliant pint though. Let our little trip begin. Welcome to Prague. We're on it.
Let's do this. Mastrovi.
Oh, it's failed.
No, but when you're doing the phone, I want to talk through it. Is when you're doing the phone, it's very, very sweet. So that's the point of doing it, why they do it. So the Czechs always said it's a very wet drink, but it's very sweet and it's quite a weak drink.
But £1.87, so you can't go wrong. The milk of this phone's now all started here, it's risen up here as we've been filming all the content. Yeah, so well, we'll give it a taste. I'm not a real Pilsner beer fan, but we'll give it a taste. We're in the Czech Republic, so on to me as well. As I said, I'm not a real beer fan, so it's sweet, like you said. That's a very sweet drink.
It is, when you taste it home, it's sweet.
7. Moved across to the Dubliner Irish bar cider. That's what it is. Ah, that's nice on my taste buds. All that absinthe. Mixing's in his element, he loves it. Just give me a quick taste of it then, Aaron. It's just a shot, this. Caramelised with sugar cubes. It's got to have the water as well, it's a heavy stuff, it's a 70% drink.
It balances it out, that's what I found with it, with absinthe, balances it out with the water.
Lovely stuff. Aaron and his extravagant drinks. On his take on the death in the afternoon, which is called
Breath in the afternoon.
Breath in the afternoon. Slightly weakened down with some other flavours in there, but very tasty.
Mainly with the grapefruit.
I'm on the Ernesto.
I know the course water in it, is that fine?
It's served with no ice.
Lovely. Last drinks of the night in Prague. We'll head to Leipzig tomorrow, and I'll speak more about the game when we get back to the hotel. Brilliant day. We'll be doing more depth and more detail on the JSGC football channel. Link in the description going into more detail of what we get up to on our away day, but perfect. Second drink.
Can't go to buy.
Having too much, I'm making a mess now. That's our day in Prague all sorted. Wonderful, great place for drinking. If you like to go out for a drink, Prague, fully would recommend it. It's only 3 hours away from Leipzig. If you want to go and check it out, if you ever have a chance to do an away match with Manchester City and you're fortunate enough to get tickets to go to the Red Bull Arena like we have. So the plan of action is we're going to head to Leipzig tomorrow. Morning, we're going to head on the bus from Prague to Leipzig, and we're going to be doing, of course, our match vlog where I'll take you around Leipzig and all the things that there is to do there. As we look forward to a fantastic away vlog for you guys to look forward to. I have scheduled everything and got everything sorted before I've headed out here to Prague, and since that has happened, unfortunately, Manchester City legend Francis Lee, I know several people have been commenting on my videos that I've not mentioned it, so I wanted to apologise for that. The scheduled videos, that event has happened since I last recorded and edited for you guys. This is the first video I've had a chance to be able to address that, so I wanted to make crystal clear to you guys that the thoughts of everyone involved with the JSGC channel is with Francis Lee's family and friends at this very difficult time. A club legend for City, meant the world to the City community and to the Manchester City fans and to the club as well. I'm sure he'll get a wonderful reception tomorrow in our away match against RB Leipzig, and I'm sure throughout the remainder of Manchester City he will be remembered by the club as well as an absolute legend of Manchester City. As I said, thoughts are with everyone associated with Franny Lee at this very difficult time for everyone associated here with the JSGC channel. So we will be heading to Leipzig tomorrow, so we will see you in the morning.
The next day.
Reverse means we're in Leipzig. We've arrived in Leipzig. We're going to go and check out some of the bars at Market Square that they've got here, some of the pubs, and try some German beer, which is on our list of things to do, and then we're going to head to the stadium, and then we'll take you through our away day and our experience as well. But first here, we like a little bit of culture on the JSGC football channel, don't we, Aaron?
Certainly do.
So we're going to go and head to, we have to do one tourist attraction. Leipzig's not the most touristy of places, not the most easily accessible of places either. So there is one interesting thing here, and that is the Johann Sebastian Bach, who is a composer, used to be a composer. There's a museum here dedicated to him, so we're going to go and check that out before we're going to go and find a couple of spots to go and have a couple of drinks to enjoy our away day, and then we'll descend onto the Red Bull Arena and watch RB Leipzig take on Manchester City in the Champions League group stage match day number 2. €10 we're in the back museum. Let's go and see what it's about. Very interesting that. We're just in the gardens of the Johann Sebastian Bach Museum. And very cultural and very interesting. Go and check it out if that is your thing. So we're going to go and check out a couple of the beer houses, the pubs that they've got around here, including that on Market Square, where I've already heard and seen some of the City fans. Nice to meet a couple of the RB Leipzig fans as well. So I'm thinking more today. I still think this is going to be a draw, and for some reason I've just got a feeling I've come all this way and done all this and it's going to be a 0-0. I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say City sneak it late on 1-0, Rodri winner, why not? But my head's telling me 0-0, and City end this little 2-game losing streak that we've got, and we can hopefully, fingers crossed, return to winning ways. But I don't want it to be a third consecutive defeat, and I want us to be in a really strong position in the Champions League, and that's to qualify, and that's to qualifying first. And the way we go about that is making sure we don't lose here. It was pivotal last season in the last 16. It's going to be pivotal here in the group stage as well. So let's go and check out a couple of them bars. We're in the Augustiner and Market. Found a little spot to get some drinks, and Aaron's just got a half a litre of beer. He's been sensible, which is what we like to see.
See what I think.
You can go for the litre, which are the big jugs that are associated with Germany if you wanted them. €9.20, $4.64 there, half a litre. So yeah, give me some German beer taste test, please, Aaron. What do we think?
So we're on the Augustiner. So tap quick on that one, Augustiner.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah?
I like it. It's because it's very cold. So it's quite a hoppy. It's because with the German beer, it's a little bit. Would you find it a bit more sickly, a bit stronger?
What are you scoring that then? Nice crisp cold pint.
I think it's a very nice pint though, because I really rate it. 8.2 out of 10.
Decent. A lot of City fans outside, very busy, can't find a table, so I've come inside a little bit quieter. And nice and warm in here as well, because I think it's a little bit cold outside. I've got used to that 28 degrees yesterday in Prague, but it's like 16 degrees, big drop in temperature, got the coat and everything on. So I've done my score prediction before whilst I was in the gardens of the Johann Sebastian Bach Museum. I'm going for a 0-0, and my head is telling me a 0-0. My heart tells me I think City can sneak this late on with a Rodri winner 1-0. What are you thinking for your score prediction today?
As I said to our German friend, I still think it'll be 1-1 tonight.
Okay, who's scoring the goals?
I'm going for Haaland.
Okay, what about for Leipzig?
A lazy Werner.
Okay, a lazy option.
A lazy.
We're on the Underberg next, €4 a piece. Underberg. Some usual. Open it. Let's have a look at this Underberg.
Underberg. So we're on the bitters here. So I'll let Joey just unwrap it.
There you go, our Underberg. Oh yeah, okay.
give it like gangster a bit is like that. So think of this like your Jägermeister like that. It's 44%.
Frost.
Oh yes, a nice introduction to Germany.
Some nice beer. We're going to head to the ground now, see what the Red Bull Arena is all about. We feel like locals. We're just taking the tram. We're on the walk now to the stadium. Let's use the ground. Hills Beer. At this little fan zone they've got here. Just outside, waiting for the gates to open up, I think. Anyway, give me that beer taste.
So I told you I tried Pilsner. That's what it is. It's Pilsner.
Cool.
So German Pilsner. How does it taste? Tastes nice. But I think I prefer the other one.
The one we had in the beer house. Okay.
Like, because with Pilsner, it's a very light beer.
Yeah.
So for this, I'll probably give it a solid 7.4 out of 10.
I'm on the Red Bull because I thought it would be rude not to be on the Red Bull at the Red Bull Arena when we're watching RB Leipzig. And that's quite a lot of Red Bull, I'll be honest. It's an energy drink, so I'm going to be perked up, I'm going to be animated in that stadium.
Well, listen.
But truthfully, I've never minded Red Bull. It's a soft drink, an energy drink. It perks you up. I'm not a real fan of beer. I'm not a real fan of German beer or Pilsner or anything like that. So I'll leave that to Aaron. He likes it better than I do because otherwise I'll just be getting low scores based on no expertise whatsoever. But I can review the Red Bull. I did want to get a Red Bull at the Red Bull Arena. Tick that one off. Just in the fan zone. €3.90 for the bratwurst. And Aaron's just on that steak sandwich. Delicious. Good value. Go on then, let's get them food reviews in. I don't know if they're doing food and drink inside the stadium or not, so I've got the opportunity to do it here, so we are.
So we are, yeah, so here it is at the fan zone in Leipzig. Because I don't know what nice. I'm on the steak, it's cost €750. So I thought it's the easiest one in the meal, I'll be honest here. As I'm English, I don't speak much German, I thought I'll go for steak. I want to go a little bit different from bratwurst, keep saying bratwurst, so we'll go with steak.
Word perfect German as well that you ordered it in. I'm very proud.
I'm proud as well, at least he understood. So.
He understood, yeah. I think he appreciated that you ordered it in German. Very good.
Oh, that was lovely. Nice and tender. Oh, that's very nice. I don't think you can beat German meat. Like if you ever go to a Christmas market, you never get a chance to do the German market, but in Germany it's just something else. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Let's have a look.
Ooh. It's not tough, it's nice and smooth.
Winner.
So it's like it's slow close. It's like, oh, it's delicious. Oh, that's beautiful.
€3.90 for this bratwurst. Got mustard and ketchup on. How does it taste? Proper sausage. Let's try a bit of the bread.
Yep.
Bread's a bit tough, but nice. That's good. 8 out of 10. Under the tunnel we go. We're through. That was easy enough. Into the stadium. And you just step down into the concourse. And in you go. £10. I've got beer and lemonade. Aaron's on the normal beer.
Well,
German beer then, in the stadium. How's it taste?
the German beer once more. How does it taste inside the stadium? I definitely prefer to the Pilsner.
Okay.
Because I just like the floral taste that comes with the German beer. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10.
And I'm on the Roots beer with lemonade. It's quality.
Like a lemonade.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. €5.30 per pint. You can bring it down. I like Germany for that. You have to go to the concourse when you're in England to drink your beer before you can come down. You can just sit here, relax, and enjoy the game. I think 8 out of 10 as well. It's nice. Aaron, thoughts on this ground?
So, because did they ever build? No, they wouldn't. Did they ever build this 30-6 World Cup? I don't know if they ever built it before. I know preparing for it. So I actually like it because I think it's modern. I think it's beautiful design. Because I honestly did think it was 2006 part of the, like that architecture, but I think it's a very nice stadium. What do you think, Josh? Do you see it?
Lovely modern stadium.
Yeah.
A lovely modern stadium. I'm intrigued now to see what atmosphere you get in here.
It is. That's the test. Will the acoustics elevate the atmosphere?
I like that it's all standing here. All standing, unreserved standing, which is good. We expect no less from Germany, and you can bring beer here as well. Winner. Score the stadium out of 10 then?
And we'll give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Team news out here then at the Red Bull Arena. Starting with Ederson in goal. We've then got back three, I think anyway, of Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias and Josko Gvardiol. Then midfield looks a bit... I'm not sure. I feel like we're maybe trying something ahead of the match against Arsenal, as we're starting with Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, Rodri and Bernardo Silva. It's Phil Foden, I think, on the right wing, and then Jack Grealish on the left wing, and Erling Haaland starting up top. Don't really know what to make of that. Julian Alvarez, one of our best players, on the bench. Nice to see John Stones back on the bench for Manchester City as well. Interesting. Harry, what do you think of that?
It's a very strong lineup. I think it sends a message to Arsenal, so we'll see. I like it. I think it's a really strong lineup and I'm impressed. So see what City can do tonight.
Sounds quite defensive in my opinion.
I like it. Maybe defensive, but I kind of like it.
I feel like they're definitely trying something for Arsenal here, aren't they? Definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Especially because you're playing Emirates away as well. I was going to say they're two very hard away games.
Well, let's not forget, not losing here, in my opinion, is a good result, and not losing on Sunday is also a good result. It might hold a fact of not winning in 4.
It's how with anything.
Don't lose.
Especially in football, is don't lose to your rivals, especially away from home.
And this is our biggest competition when it comes to qualifying for the last 16, and this is our biggest competition for first place as well, so don't lose there today. Fabulous, thank you.
I love that an hour before kick-off, all the hardcore support, full out, dedication, love it.
Timo Werner on the bench for RB Leipzig today. We've got Yusuf Poulsen starting instead, David Raum, Lucas Klosterman starting, decent fullbacks. I think that's where the danger is here. Forsberg captain, he's a midfielder. Interesting, very interesting. I'm sticking with 0-0 here. Credit to Leipzig for playing it. Great finish by Phil. City well worth that lead at half-time. They need to keep pushing and grab that second. Good goal from Phil. Nothing else really much to add on to that. City have dominated in my opinion. They need to keep pushing it. They can win this. Never mind, think about a draw, think about a win. Get that killer second goal. Half-time, Gran, Currywurst. Well, how much was it? £5.95?
$5.99.
£5.99.
Currywurst and French fries.
Looks very nice. Give me a taste.
Certainly will. Anything nice in it, Currywurst?
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Out of 10.
10. I both like it.
Winner. In off the post, sucker punch 1-all. Said this game needed killing off. Laos was on top. Reminiscent of last season in the last 16. On top first half, grab that goal, concede. O'Penna with the goal, following up from his good form with his goal against Bayern at the weekend, grabbing a goal against us as well. So close.
I conserve all the oxygen in my body.
Love that. Timo Werner coming on now. Kanji's gone off, Ake's come on, Docken's come on for Jack Grealish, and we've just seen Alvarez coming on for Phil Foden now. Game, set and match, 3-1 here. Tucked away, nice finish. 3 points, 3 goals, back to winning ways. Come on. Come on.
3-1 Manchester City against Leipzig.
Fantastic win that from City. Showed good character. Went 1-all in the second half. To push on, grab that second goal. A lovely finish from Julian Alvarez. Good finish from Jeremy Doku to finish it off at the end. Back to winning ways, and I am absolutely buzzing. Come on, City. Job done that from Manchester City. Excellent win. Great to get back to winning ways. Puts us in a brilliant position in the Champions League now to qualify, not just for the last 16, but also in first place as well, because I consider RB Leipzig to be Manchester City's nearest competitors when it comes to qualification for the Champions League. It's 6 points from 2 games, maximum points in the Champions League. Manchester City now, we've got a couple of games coming up at after the next international break against Young Boys, away from home first, first and then at home, we can win both of them games, then that will see Manchester City go through and more than likely in first place as well. Brilliant result, brilliant win for Manchester City, and once again just reiterates just how important Rodri is to Manchester City. We look like a completely different team. We look so much better, sharper, more confident. We did concede in this game. We did let Leipzig back into the game, but we were clinical as a whole. We played a really good game of football. Julian Alvarez with a well-taken goal in the second half to get City 2-1 ahead. Jeremy Doku coming on, making that huge impact. Tired Leipzig defenders' legs. Whack him on last 15-20 minutes. He'll cause a lot of problems. And I thought as a whole, City got the team selection right in this game. We got our approach to this game spot on as well. This, to me, is Manchester City's best result so far in the Champions League this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can do. As a whole, food for RB Leipzig, the currywurst to die for, absolutely brilliant, 10 out of 10. Drinks, reasonably priced, very nice as well. Food and drink scoring very high here. I'm going to give it, as a whole, a 9 out of 10. Atmosphere inside the stadium from the Leipzig fans, I wasn't sure what to expect from them. Top voice all night, dancing, singing, jumping, making a lot of noise with the flags flying and everything. I thought generated a really good atmosphere inside the stadium. The acoustics of the stadium was very good as well. So I think I'm going to give the atmosphere an 8 out of 10. I didn't think the atmosphere was best suited for an away following. The away end's very stretched out, so it's pretty hard to get from one end of the terrace into the other to be able to get chants going. So I didn't think the atmosphere was too brilliant from Manchester City, but it was brilliant to see us win. We've got the job done. I'm a very happy Manchester City fan right now. So I think I'm going to give the atmosphere an 8 out of 10. And in terms of value for money, it's getting a 10 out of 10. Today's match ticket cost me £13.50. You can't say fairer than that. Germany, it's been a blessing. Thank you so much. RB Leipzig as well. Credit to themselves. Loved our trip. Thank you so much for watching. Do hope that everybody is safe and well. I've been JSGC. Don't forget to like the video, comment as well, share, subscribe. Social media links all in the description as well. I will have a full match vlog out for you guys over on the JSGC football channel. Go and check it out. Links and details, they are in the description. And I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. What a trip that was. Absolutely fantastic. If you're ever in a position to be able to go and watch Manchester City, home or away, take full advantage of it because it is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Rightio, we're on the countdown to kick off. Just 9 minutes to go before we have Manchester United taking on Manchester City. Remember, your starting 11 for today. We'll start with our opponents first. Manchester United, they're lining up with Onana in goal. It looks like they're going with a maybe a 4-3-3 formation here. So it's Onana starting in goal, fresh from his penalty save that he made to hand Manchester United that 1-0 victory midweek against FC Copenhagen. It's a back four made up of Diogo Dalot, Harry Maguire, fresh from his goal against FC Copenhagen, starting at centre-back alongside Johnny Evans, with Victor Lindelof starting as their left-back. It's then a midfield made up of, I reckon it's going to be Amrabat, Christian Eriksen and Scott McTominay. I reckon it'll be Bruno Fernandes on the right wing. It could be Christian Eriksen on the right wing. We'll have to wait and see, with Marcus Rashford on the left wing, and it's Hojlund starting up top for United. On the bench for them, they've got goalkeeper Bayinde. You've also got Mason Mount, new signing from Chelsea in the summer, Anthony Martial, Sergio Reguilon, Garnacho, Varane, Anthony, Menu and Hannibal. Big blow there with Anthony and Martial both on the bench rather than starting at right wing. Manchester United obviously looking to try and get some control in midfield against Manchester City. City, of course, we have had some success when it comes up from playing Manchester United. We, of course, beat them in the FA Cup final last season on our way to winning the treble. We beat them at Old Trafford. And that game was a game where Man City managed to get to grips with that midfield battle better than Manchester United. So maybe United just got one eye on that, and Erik Ten Hag wanting to learn his lessons, with Manchester City wanting to play it safe rather than taking the risk by going with an extra defensive cover and more controlling the game, with Jack Grealish starting ahead of Jeremy Doku. For Manchester City, their starting 11 today, it is Ederson in goal. It's a back three made up of Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias and Josko Gvardiol, new signing from RB Leipzig for over £70 million in the summer. Midfield two made up of John Stones and Rodri. Further ahead of them, I reckon it's going to be Phil Foden and Julian Alvarez, with Bernardo Silva on the right wing. It could be Phil Foden going on the right wing and Bernardo Silva going more into midfield. Again, looking for that protection for the defence, with Jack Grealish starting on the left wing and the top goal scorer from last season, of course, Erling Haaland, starting up top for Manchester City and already getting off to a good start despite the criticisms, because Erling Haaland's not scoring 3 or 4 goals every single game, which is what Pep Guardiola was saying. Because Haaland's not scoring as many hat-tricks and he's not scoring 3-4 goals every single game, all of a sudden everyone's saying Erling Haaland isn't in form and he's not scoring them goals yet. You look at the stats, he is. He's averaging a goal in every single game for Manchester City in the Premier League so far this season. He's a striker that requires 2 defenders around him at all times because he is just that deadly. And even then, Man City has still created a good 2 or 3 opportunities every single game for Erling Haaland. He gets his shooting boots on, them hat-tricks will start to return, and they will turn very quickly. He is an exceptional attacker, an exceptional striker who will take some stopping from every team that faces Manchester City this season that has Erling Haaland in the squad. On the bench for City today is Stefan Ortega-Moreno, Kalvin Phillips, Nathan Ake, Mateo Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, Sergio Gomez, Matheus Nunes, Oscar Bob, and Rico Lewis. So looking forward to it. My score prediction, I'm going for 2-1 for Manchester City today. I think Alvarez and Haaland bag for City. I reckon Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot for Manchester United. Now, we are getting some dedications at Old Trafford. Today's game is going to be honoured in the memory of Sir Bobby Charlton. I really do hope that Manchester City fans, I'm sure they will be on best behaviour. They are going to have a minute silence, which I'm hoping from the away end. I mean, the tickets are only available to those that have been to a lot of games over the years. So there'll be seasoned pros when it comes to visiting Manchester City, and I'm sure they will be on best behaviour. Manchester City have sent out an email to everyone that does have a match ticket in that away end saying for them to be respectful when that dedication comes in for Sir Bobby Charlton. And of course, not just his association with Manchester United, but everything that he did in terms of in football as well, because of course, Sir Bobby Charlton, a wonderful player back in his day and a legend, not just for Manchester United, but also in football in terms as well. So hopefully Manchester City will show that they're a community club, that they're very respectful, and it'll go out unfazed, which I am sure that they will. Now, the players are in the tunnel ready to come out. Manchester City taking on Manchester United away from home today at Old Trafford in what I'm sure will be a glorious game. And we get to decide again once more, is Manchester blue or is Manchester red? So before we do crack on with this live watch, long as the players make their way out of the tunnel and onto the pitch, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. We are aiming for 100 likes. We're nearly on to 30 likes now, on 28, so just 72 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that will be much appreciated as well. Players just going to line up here, so it's a good chance for me very quickly to get my builder bet in. I think Manchester City win this game. I have backed Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez is offering me the better odds, so I'm going with Julian Alvarez to score. Players to be carded is a very interesting one. I think I'm going to stay clear of the players to be carded, but I do think I'm going to go for all the booking points. I do think this is going to be both teams to score. Do I go for a correct score? I'm going to total over booking points. I think over 40 booking points. Do I touch the corners as well? How many corners do I think is going to be in the game? I can see United and City both having a few corners here, so I think I'm going to go with 9+ offering me the better odds, so a 10-1 builder bet of Man City to win, Alvarez anytime, both teams to score, over 40 booking points, and 9+ corners in the game is today's builder bet for JSGC. Julia, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Dreamt Haaland had a black eye. He's not got a black eye at the moment. I hope that's not you going mystic and predicting something. If he gets a black eye, I think that would be classed as a concussion, and he would have to potentially go into some kind of concussion protocol. He might be allowed back on the pitch. I'm not too sure on what the new concussion protocols are in the Premier League for this season. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Where's everybody tuning in from? What's everybody's score predictions? Do let me know in the live chat. I'm going 2-1 for Manchester City today. Is my score prediction. City fans in fine voice here just before kickoff at Old Trafford. Remember, Manchester City started 11 today. Ederson in goal. We're going with a back three made up of Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias, and Josko Gvardiol. Big call there. Josko Gvardiol being given the nod ahead of Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake, I was very impressed with him midweek in Man City's Champions League away win against the young boys of Bern with Manuel Akanji suspended. That was the only other big call to come in defence. John Stones allowed back into the starting 11, sitting alongside Rodri. I reckon it's going to be Foden sitting alongside Julian Alvarez with Bernardo Silva right wing, Jack Grealish left wing, and Erling Haaland starting up top. Mr. Summerby there representing Manchester City here. We're going to get a dedication to Sir Bobby Charlton very soon. As I said, hoping the City fans, which I'm sure they will be on best behaviour when they do their remembrance very soon. Which is going to get started very soon. Seeing some of the club legends coming onto the pitch for both Manchester United and Manchester City. Of course, all in remembrance here of Sir Bobby Charlton, and getting a big round of applause from the Manchester City, Manchester United players and all the fans in the stadium as well. Julie going for a 3-1 victory today for Manchester City. I do hope you are right. I'll be very happy with that. We'll have a minute's silence now in memory of Sir Bobby Charlton, who passed away last week. Which I think's turned into a minute's applause instead. Don't know where people stand on the minute's applause and the minute's silences. I like to think that everybody's respectful enough that you can stay silent for 1 minute and show your appreciation for what is a football legend. They just stop all the noise being made as well when it does happen, because some people just can't behave. But a minute's applause does rile the crowd up as well, which I'm sure is what Sir Bobby Charlton would want. He's a football player through and through. He'll want a good game of football, a Manchester derby. He'll, of course, have wanted a United win. We'll want a Manchester City win. It's football at the end of the day. And seeing all the club legends there, arm in arm, hand in hand, helping each other, regardless of Manchester United or Manchester City. It's a beautiful sight. And nice little comment made there by Martin Tyler on commentary on Sky Sports that's covering this in the UK today, saying Manchester on display to the world, showing the resilience and showing what they're all about there, with a very well-respected tribute to Sir Bobby Charlton. Players are lined up now. We are ready for kickoff. We're ready to go. Manchester United wearing their red shirts, white shorts, black socks in their home strip. Manchester City in their home strip as well. Sky blue shirts, white shorts, sky blue socks. And it's Scott McTominay of Manchester United, Scottish international. It's going to get us underway with Manchester United attacking from left to right, City attacking from right to left. He gets the game underway, works the ball to Christian Eriksen. It looks like we're not going to get a goal after 12 seconds like we got in the FA Cup final back in early June, as Onana takes control of the football. David De Gea was in goal that day. Manchester United just working this back out from the back. And Onana, of course, was goalkeeper for Inter Milan when they took on Manchester City in the Champions League final, of course, back on June 10th. Manchester City found the only goal of that game through Rodri that day, famous night on June 10th. United did just temporarily give the ball away to City. City don't capitalise upon that in the middle, and United have got control of that once more. And Scott McTominay works it to Hojlund, who works this out nicely to the left-hand side. And the first chance here for Marcus Rashford to get forward. City have got a bit of defending to do into the penalty area. Just works it to the outside of the penalty area. Christian Eriksen now into a good crossing position. Ball comes in towards, it's very deep, too deep, and hooked back across and onto the roof of the net. And a goal kick there to Manchester City. It was Diogo Dalot with the ball into the box there for Manchester United. They were too deep, very deep, and onto the roof of the net by Victor Lindelof, starting for Manchester United today. United, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, Diogo Dalot likes to get forward, as you've just seen. That, to me, is a defence that can be got at. City need to be on it for me today. Here's Josko Gvardiol playing in his first ever Manchester derby today. Bruno Fernandes just goes through the back. Referee says no free kick, and United have got a 4-on-3 here. Here's Scott McTominay through the middle. Early shot comes in. Good pressure in the end from Manchester City. It's a tame effort and saved by Ederson. It's Manchester United first 2 minutes here that have started the better of the two sides. City wanted the free kick. It was a good covering run there from Ruben Dias and John Stones. And in the end, tame effort from McTominay. He knew as soon as he hit it, I've not struck it right. And Ederson has a comfortable and easy save to make 2 minutes in. Here is Rodri then for Manchester City. A chance for City here to try and get a little bit of momentum. It has been all United in the early opening stages here at Old Trafford. 0-0. Here's Josko Gvardiol for Manchester City now. Works it to the left-hand side. Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Just on the outside of the Manchester United penalty area. Is forced back, though, by Dalot. Has to go back to Gvardiol. Gvardiol will work this to Ruben Dias, and Kyle Walker will take control of the ball here. City can work it back into midfield and back into the Manchester United half. Here's Rodri. He's got the run of Alvarez. Doesn't use him. Foden looks like he's gone on the right wing for now. Bernardo Silva stretching the pitch and going on the left, and Jack Grealish giving a little bit more freedom to go alongside Erling Haaland. Very interesting. So it's Haaland starting as the man in the centre. Alvarez is playing to the right of Haaland and Grealish to the left. Foden's more going to right wing and Bernardo Silva to the left wing. Not something I've seen from Manchester City before that. So I don't know if City just trying something new or whether Manchester City just trying to adapt themselves a little bit more to this Manchester derby. Christian Eriksen gives the ball away here to Jack Grealish, and that comes off a combination of a tackle from Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen, and out for a throw into Manchester City. And Bruno Fernandes and Jack Grealish exchange some words there. Jack Grealish making sure he's getting himself known. It's okay. Thanks very much for tuning in. Going for a 3-0 victory for Manchester City today. I do hope you are right, my friend. And thank you very much for tuning in. John tuning in this time away from Cairo into Venice. Very nice. Thank you for tuning in, John. City fans making themselves heard at Old Trafford with "We're Not Really Here" renditioning around the stadium. Work backwards here from Ruben Dias to Ederson. Ederson then. Nice, cool, deep ball into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva got a fantastic touch on him, gets the ball under control into Jack Grealish. John Stones now just wants to go backwards and keep this in possession for City, and he does. Ruben Dias, he's literally got the whole pitch ahead of him. It's like painting a canvas. Works the ball to Kyle Walker. Storms inside the Manchester United half. Ball given away. Scott McTominay works the ball very nicely here to the left-hand side, and Rashford up against Ruben Dias. There's a run of Scott McTominay. There's a run of Lindelof, and well covered that by Ruben Dias. Very well covered by Ruben Dias. Lindelof in an offside position means Manchester City can have a free kick. The creator, thanks very much for tuning in. Going for a 3-0 victory today for Manchester City. Mick said that's very negative. 2-2. 2-2. Nah. I think City win this game, as we're now 68 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that will be great. 5 minutes in here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. Free kick here for City, just inside on the pitch. Right near the corner flag. Ederson's going to take. Probably be advisable for him to launch this long. He does, and it's not a very good ball, and Maguire just picks that one off. Ruben Dias has to win the header against McTominay, and he does. McTominay clearly starting for a bit of a physical presence in Man United's attack as he's sitting much higher up as Hojlund's been told to drop a little bit deeper. And Harry Maguire will work this one back to Onana. So only chance of the game so far falls to Scott McTominay. Not tucked away. Tame effort saved comfortably by Ederson. Manchester City yet to test Onana in goal for Manchester United as Jack Grealish tries to close that one down. Good ball forward by Onana. Good control by Manchester United. At the moment, City are making Man United look good. This is my concern that I was suggesting from our lineup in the build-up to this game when the teams were announced an hour ago. I think Man City's team is too respectful of Manchester United. Have a pop at them. Onana works that one to the left-hand side, just about kept in. Work back to Onana, and he has to clear it long. It's not the best of clearances. Rodri will win the header. Amrabat will hook that one back towards Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker says, just leave it to me. I've got this under control, and City can have the possession. Walker then works it down the flank to Phil Foden. Julian Alvarez works a pass in. Jack Grealish. It's got runners. It's not the best of balls from Jack Grealish to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva will keep this one in, but it's very far stretched, and Dalot's got some defending to do. Bernardo Silva is going to have to go backwards here. Josko Gvardiol decides not to put a ball into the box. Here's John Stones, works it to Rodri, about 35 yards out from goal. Twisting, turning. United managed to get players and bodies back to Bernardo Silva, left wing. Can he get a cross in? He opts against it, works it back to Gvardiol. John Stones makes a run, not used. Rodri pings it, back post. Walker, hook it back across. He can. Foden, save. Haaland. No. Desperate defending from Manchester United. It's a good save from Onana, and Haaland's there to follow the rebound in, and I don't know how he doesn't put that one in. What a great header back from Kyle Walker. Foden with the header. Oh, it's Onana. It's a brilliant interception on Haaland. It's a good header from Foden. It's a really good save from Onana. It's an even better follow-up from the keeper. He gets a hand onto it to stop Haaland from poking home. It's nearly an own goal. Maguire just sweeps that one up. Corner comes in from City. Headed clear by Manchester United and free kick given. Feel like we should be ahead. First big opportunity of the game. It's a wonderful right-handed save from Onana. Erling Haaland, it just looks like he's going to score. Through fear of impact there, could Erling Haaland not just launched himself with a diving header? He'd get there ahead of Onana. It'd clatter him. It shouldn't be a free kick. I don't often criticise Haaland, but I thought he should have been doing better there. Anyway, City now getting into their groove. 9 minutes in here at Old Trafford, 0-0. Ruben Dias works it to Josko Gvardiol. Let's say a warm welcome to everybody for tuning in so far. Much appreciated. Here's Bernardo Silva. Gives it to Jack Grealish. Works it back to Bernardo Silva into the channel and desperately just about cleared by Manchester United. Leonard, thanks for tuning in. Good evening to you. Do hope you are well. Here is Josko Gvardiol just working this one back, and City now really starting to dominate this game. United had one early opportunity, not tucked away. City had one fantastic opportunity, not put away. Onana keeping the ball out of the net. Here's Kyle Walker. Gives the ball to Ruben Dias. Rodri. Gives it to John Stones now. Work to the right-hand side. Here's Kyle Walker. Rodri back to Kyle Walker once more. City having to drop deep to get the ball retention in. And that's a poor giveaway from Gvardiol. And United all over it. And again, it's a 4-on-3. Threaded through towards McTominay. And it's a great cover defending from Bernardo Silva. We spoke about Jack Grealish tracking back. It's Bernardo Silva there. Looked like that might have come off the hand of Haaland. Not given by the referee, but it doesn't matter because United have control of the football anyway. Word from Johnny Evans to Harry Maguire. It's unbelievable to think that Manchester United in a Manchester derby in 2023 are starting Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans as their two centre-backs. Here's Onana. Launches this one long. Too much on it. Walker, good header and a good covering run from Phil Foden to ensure City keep hold of the ball after Lindelof had got forward. Here's Ruben Dias for Manchester City. 11 minutes in. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Now, 66 likes away from 100 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. Here's John Stones for Manchester City. Gives the ball to Kyle Walker. Walker wants to go long. A lot on this. Foden will do well to keep this one in, and it takes a heavy touch off his thigh and out for a goal kick to Manchester United. Foden gives a thumbs up. He just couldn't get that under his control. John said he's not like the build-up to this game. Derby day is always very tense. Always very tense. Onana then. Just launches this one long. 12 minutes in here at Old Trafford. 0-0. Not the best of balls from Onana. That's a good ball from Johnny Stones. Gives it to Phil Foden. Here is Julian Alvarez now. It's got Rodri in a bit of space. He works that very coolly to the left-hand side. Grealish then up against Dalot into the box. What can Jackie G do with it? He can give the ball away is what he can do with it. Trying to work it to the edge of the penalty area. And McTominay just skips past Josko Gvardiol as the run of Marcus Rashford not used, and good covering run there from Gvardiol to ensure that McTominay couldn't just have a simple play through. But United will be encouraged that City seem to be wide open there on the counter-attack, and United seem to be committing an extra man from midfield. It's McTominay that's getting committed forward that's causing the problems here for Manchester City. And a good interception that from Phil Foden. And referee says, rightfully, in my opinion, play on, and Man City work this ball into the channel. There's nobody there, and United can just have the ball back. Harry Maguire then to Dalot. Worked across to Johnny Evans. He's got Amrabat ahead of him. Doesn't use him. Uses Bruno Fernandes dropping into a deeper position, trying to ping the ball and ping the passes in. Finds Scott McTominay back to Johnny Evans. Has a scout around him to see what dangers are near him. Jack Grealish was closing in, so he just plays a comfortable pass back to goalkeeper Onana. Onana then gives the ball to Johnny Evans. Manchester City with nice patient build-up here, choosing not to press Manchester United, but instead just allow Man United to try and play it out from the back and possibly just hoping for the mistake and just cover the runners and cover the gaps. Ball getting played a lot to Onana at the moment. He goes long this time, trying to dissect Manchester City, and it looks like there's a bit of wrestling going on, and it's Ruben Dias that's punished there on Scott McTominay. McTominay's causing Man City a lot of problems at the moment. Not the best of touches that from Hojlund, and United have an extra cover there on the right wing and they can have the ball back. Here's Harry Maguire then. Just works it back to the right-hand side. Dalot. Here's Bruno Fernandes in a little bit of space. United have got 3 in the box. McTominay, Hojlund and Rashford. United try and play that into space. It's not there for them. And that's a ball forward here, and Onana's going to cut that one off from Erling Haaland. Desperate clear away from Onana, and United again, nearly their worst downfall there. A bit too much on that for Phil Foden. It's a wonderful direct ball, played perfectly onside from Johnny Evans. Just a little bit too much on that. The right idea from Phil Foden. Evan, thanks so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Do hope you are well. Here is Kyle Walker coming forward for Manchester City, and it's City's turn to get 3 forward. Here's Phil Foden, one of the 3. He's got Alvarez just further ahead of him on the right wing. Kyle Walker's going to make an overlap now. He's not going to be used. Goes to Phil Foden. Rodri's in a little bit of space. Here's John Stones. Works it nicely to the left-hand side. There's the run of Bernardo Silva used by Jack Grealish. He gets it onto his left foot, cut back and headed clear, and it falls nicely to Rodri. Puts his laces above that one and high into the is that the Stretford end? I think it's into the Stretford end. I think that's the Stretford end that City are attacking here first half. That is proper conversion style. Geordie Barrett could have done with that one yesterday in the Rugby World Cup final. Missing the crucial conversion for the only try of the game as South Africa win it by a point. Rodri just launched that one. That would have done the job in the Rugby World Cup final yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. United then have a goal kick. Do you appreciate the Rugby World Cup reference there? I hope so. It turned into a minute's applause. There was nothing bad, but both fans seemed very respectful of it. So, good, as far as I'm concerned. Free kick here for Manchester City then. And I think it's our first chance here to put something into the box. We managed to get players forward, and we've been trying to create opportunities, but we've not actually had a solid chance to get players forward and put something into the box. And City just taking their time, and I don't think City are going to put anyone into the box. I'd like to have seen a couple of the players get forward here. Right? City are just going to work it instead. City are very good on the ball, so I can understand why they're doing that. But that was a good opportunity centred to goal to get a couple of the big lads forward, get something clipped in towards the back post and work it back across again. It's already caused problems once in this match. The cross comes in from Bernardo Silva, headed clear by Harry Maguire. Hojlund trying to put Josko Gvardiol under pressure there. Doesn't work, so to keep hold of the ball. And here's Rodri then. 17 minutes in here at the Manchester derby at Old Trafford, 0-0. City have had the best opportunity of the game so far, but Manchester United certainly haven't been off the races, looking to attack and get forward on the counter-attacks that have caused City a couple of nervy moments. Equally, Manchester City managed to create 1 or 2 good opportunities. Forced a couple of good saves from Onana. But we still await that illustrious first and crucial opening goal here. Jack Grealish challenged by Diogo Dalot and will win a free kick. A throw in there for Manchester City. Here is Ruben Dias now. Gives the ball to Josko Gvardiol. It's not the best of balls forward, but that'll be a very cheap corner. We like corners here. There's one of the 9 that we're looking for on the builder bet. John, which plant? So I've got 2. So are you referring to the leaves that you can see here or the one in the background? Either way, neither of them have names. Corner here for City. Alvarez to take. Haaland gets a shove from Onana. Chance to put something into the box. Stones forward, Diaz forward. There's a bit of grappling. City choose to pass it instead. United managed to get their defensive line forward. Grealish is going to whip one in, and it's a good save from Onana. It was going wide. Onana don't want to take any chances. There's runners there. He just gets a good strong hand onto it because he can tip it past the post and put it out for another corner and away from danger. It looked like it would just creep in wide, that for me. Onana doesn't want to take that chance. So another corner, this time from Manchester City's right-hand side. which Julian Alvarez is going to take. So the big lads, Dias, Haaland, Rodri, Stones, Gvardiol, they all stay forward. Corner comes in. It's deep. Bernardo. I mean, we've got lots of lads 6 foot plus in there, and we're looking for balls to Bernardo. Here's Alvarez, another chance to put a ball into the box. Doesn't beat the first man, Victor Lindelof, and he gets it clear. Not a very good clearance, may I add. And City can have the ball back here. Here is Julian Alvarez. Plays a pass in towards John Stones, and Onana's just going to slide in, and he's going to let that ball go, and it's going to go out for a goal kick as there's too much on that. 21 minutes in here at Old Trafford then. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0, as we seem to have an invasion of stewards just down by Onana's goal. Don't really know why. All walking in a line. Looks like a long yellow worm. It's good pressure from Phil Foden. Can he force the mistake? Ederson can get the flick on. Good header won by John Stones. A brave header won. United getting in each other's way. Haaland wins the header. Foden, can he get it under control? Goes through the back of him. United fans not happy about it. Free kick given to City. Good stuff there from Phil. It's Amrabat, the man, penalised. I'm not too sure. I think that's a free kick, but I'll take it. I mean, he has 2 swipes at Foden. Doesn't need to do that. Bit of a weak one. Free kick City. Surely good position this on the right-hand side for them to whip a ball in. Yeah, the big lads this time do get forward. Hopefully not looking for the head of Bernardo Silva. Foden and Alvarez stood over this. Bernardo not in the box. Alvarez is going to take. It's a better ball in. Headed clear by United. City appealing for something. Rodri's convinced. Jack Grealish is convinced. John Stones is convinced. I don't know what they're convinced of. Is it a hand, an arm that's been used? City desperately are pleading to the referee. They've seen something. I need to see a replay. Cleared by United. United fans getting behind that. United managed to win the ball. Good step forward from Kyle Walker, and United forced backwards here by Manchester City. It'll give time for a VAR check to take place. Given away by United, and somehow United have managed to smother that one back up. City need to be better, in my opinion, on the ball. There are mistakes here for United, as Rashford switched sides to the right wing now from the left. Referee stopped the game. He's checking the monitor. The referee has stopped the game. VAR have been checking whilst that possession's been going on for 2 minutes. The referee's gone over to the monitor. It means one thing normally. Harry Maguire getting told, go away. What has VAR seen? City were convinced of something. A ball comes into the box. The referee, they've seen something enough for the referee to go over. Is it handball or is it just a bit of it's grappling? Is it Hojlund? I think it is on Rodri, is what they're convinced of. It's a grab on his shirt here. Pulls him across, pulls him over. Now, these aren't normally given in real time. There's so much grappling and shirt pulling that goes on in the box that these normally go unpenalised. Hojlund's grabbed his shirt, and that's the problem here. You've given the referee a reason to give a penalty. City don't normally get penalties, but it is a penalty. Oh, it's huge. It's City's second penalty in 50 years at Old Trafford. It's a penalty for Manchester City. At the Stretford end for Manchester City, I think it's going to be Haaland that's going to take this one. What a massive moment in the Manchester derby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Haaland picks that ball up. Copenhagen missed their penalty midweek, last minute to get an equaliser against United. It was a weak penalty, but it was a good save from Onana. Onana's already made a good save in this match from a header from Phil Foden and to stop Haaland having a tap-in. He's facing Haaland again. The Premier League top goal scorer last season, the Premier League top goal scorer so far this season. Erling Haaland, he doesn't miss many from the spot. In a Manchester derby at Old Trafford to give Manchester City the lead. Haaland huffs his cheeks. He's ready to go. Onana, he's having a drink. He's wasting time. He's trying to play some mind games. Don't let him get into your mind, Erling. Put the ball into the back of the net. Give City the lead. Massive moment here in the Manchester derby. Erling Haaland then up against Onana. 3 steps back to take. Haaland into the bottom corner. Come on. Manchester City lead here in the derby. Erling Haaland sends Onana the wrong way. And City lead. Come on. Tucked away so comfortably from Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland points to his ear. He does the celebration. Manchester City ahead here at Old Trafford. Just sends the keeper the wrong way. Copenhagen, that's how you get the job done. Erling Haaland into the bottom corner. That'll do. That'll do. Erling Haaland buzzing. City lead at Old Trafford. It's Hojlund that brought down Rodri. It's a shirt pull. He just grabs him. He gets a yard on him. How many times do you see them go unpenalised? Buzzing with that one. Buzzing with that one. John happy with it. Mixed happy with it. We love to see it. First one at Old Trafford in 31 years. It's staggering stats. Staggering stats. United then need a response. Amrabat launches the ball forward. United, the fans won't put up with this. City now, we're in the same position we was in last season at Old Trafford. We need to punish Manchester United. Put this game to bed. We made the mistake of not putting United to the sword last season. A dodgy decision comes in from the referee, and all of a sudden, bam, we lose that game because we lose our head. We need to learn our lesson. Julia, happy with the starts, things you love to see. Seamus, happy with that as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Erling Haaland, it's things we love to see from the penalty spot. Manchester City, when scoring first since May 2021, 66 games. We've gone on to win 59 of them. 6 draws, and we've lost only 1. That one, Old Trafford, last season. Got to be wary. Onana under pressure. Plays the pass forward. Not a very good pass forward. Come on. Here's Kyle Walker. Does Amrabat. Twists and turns. Twists and shouts. Here's Phil Foden now into Rodri. Perfectly played across. Josko Gvardiol gives it to Bernardo Silva. Gvardiol just plays that one back to Ederson. Oh, you can hear the City fans at the moment. Here's Rodri for Manchester City then. 29 minutes in here at Old Trafford. City lead 1-0. Erling Haaland with the goal from the penalty spot. Hojlund punished through VAR. It's just when the referee gets asked to go over to the monitor, it's normally just means one thing, doesn't it? United play a direct ball, intercepted really well there by Josko Gvardiol. Rodri plays a dangerous pass out to Ederson. Whacked clear. I thought it hit an arm or something in the penalty area. It's just, what's Hojlund doing putting his arm on Rodri in the first place? Why? I don't understand. He just loses his runner. The problem is, because he gets that yard on him, Rodri could have been in for the header there. But going back to what I was saying before, how many times do you see that? And how many times do you see it not go punished as Onana goes into the book for Manchester United? I don't know if that was for time wasting before, playing mind games with Haaland from the penalty spot, taking a drink and delaying the penalty kick being taken, or whether that's been for dissent. I'm not too sure. All I know is Onana into the book, first yellow card here of the game. And Onana just hesitating under pressure from Jack Grealish, which is good stuff from Manchester City. And United forced into the mistake. Walker keeps it in. Good pass out to Foden. And no. Hojlund rouse the keeper. He's taking a heavy touch. There's space. He's turned and shot comes in from United and it's over the top of the crossbar. City at 6s and 7s there, all over the place. It was nearly a wonderful assist from Phil Foden. Holland should have punished that one. John, take care. Thanks for tuning in. And City not punished for that mistake. Here's City then coming forward. Again, United are showing that they're dangerous on the counter-attack. Here's Bernardo. Amrabat racing in. Bernardo goes early. Good clearance from Johnny Evans. Only finds Jack Grealish, though, but gets it away from the immediate danger. Here's Bernardo Silva now to John Stones. Foden on the right wing, the option here. Just works it to Kyle Walker. Now Phil Foden receives the ball. Rodri wants to make a run into the channel. Foden wants to get in onto his left foot. He's got John Stones for company. He uses the wrong pass, in my opinion, and goes for Rodri. Foden, though, might get a second bite at this. Just chips this one over to Jack Grealish. Good touch there from Jackie G. Bernardo Silva wants the pass. Doesn't come from... Oh, it's a lovely pass. Through the legs. Was it Bruno Fernandes or Dalot? I'm not too sure who it was. In the end, it's out for a goal kick. City just teasing United. Gary Neville spot on there. City looking really dangerous in this game. City just need to keep pushing and keep going. Keep pushing, keep going. Here's Johnny Stones then. 33 minutes in here at Old Trafford. City lead 1-0. Erling Haaland with a goal for City. Here's Ruben Dias. Works the pass in to Kyle Walker. Here's Ederson for Manchester City. Works this to the left-hand side. It's a great ball from Ederson. Finds Josko Gvardiol. Here's Bernardo Silva now. He has to turn. Finds Gvardiol, though, and he keeps himself on side. And Haaland makes a darting run, and it's not a good ball in from Gvardiol and out for a goal kick. Haaland just made a good run into the channel to the near post, not used. Here's Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Good work from Grealish. Finds Walker in space. Really good work that from Jack Grealish. Very much the mastermind plan here is City are going to tire this United defence out. Knock the ball around and Jeremy Doku's going to come on. And if we can still be 1-0 ahead by the time that moment comes in, I think City could capitalise here and go on to score 2 or 3. Here's Josko Gvardiol. It's a good pass towards John Stones. John Stones and Rodri are dictating everything that's happening in that midfield. Boy, have we missed John Stones. How different does Man City's midfield look with John Stones and Rodri in? It goes from questions getting asked. We're missing Ilkay Gundogan. You've got new players coming in, Nunes and Kovacic. Kalvin Phillips struggling. All of a sudden, you bring in the big boys, you bring in the Rodri, you bring in the John Stones, and all these midfield problems that City have. This to me is City's best midfield. Rodri, Stones, Bernardo, Alvarez, fantastic. It's the best midfield in the world, in my opinion. Real Madrid might argue that with their brilliant up-and-coming midfield. But in terms of the experience and in terms of what they've achieved, to me, the best. And that's without İlkay Gundogan being here anymore. That's without adding anybody new. It's just adapting Alvarez. Puts the ball into the box, not cleared. And Maguire panics and has to put it out for a corner. United at 6s and 7s, every time that ball comes into the box, they panic. They don't look good. Punish them. Get this job done. Rightio, guys, please do leave a thumbs up. We're on 36 likes. We're aiming for 100 likes. We are 64 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. And also don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the live chat. And do feel free to come in, pop in and say hello. Julian Alvarez with a corner here for City. Headed clear by Johnny Evans. Not the best of corners. Urivo, and to be honest, City go on and get this second before half-time. You could be right. I was telling you in the build-up, lots of people were panicking and getting nervous. It's a derby, so naturally people are like that. But you look at it on paper, you look at what United have achieved, you look at how United are playing and what they do. Oh, it's just not a great challenge, that, from Johnny Evans. Jack Grealish goes down. It's a trailing leg. I don't know if Grealish just makes it look worse than it was. Evans won't go into the book for it. Right on the edge of the penalty area. He just legs him up. It's a yellow card for me, that. He just legs... Why is that not a yellow card? How is that not a yellow card? I don't understand. Anyway, free kick here for Manchester City. A free kick in a good position. Just on the edge of the penalty area. It's more a crossing position than a shooting position, this one, though. If it was 2 or 3 yards further to the right, with more of an angle to shoot, here you're just going to have to whip this in and go back post. So United's got 2 in the wall just to stop the near post shot here. It'll have to go far post. They're going near post, and it's a comfortable save for Onana. He just does the right thing, tips it over and puts it out for a corner. I think that's a bit of a waste. It's a shot, and it's a shot on target. I get why you want to test Onana. I don't think you're going to beat a quality keeper like Onana from there. It's just not really got the angle to work with. You're not needing to get it up and down. You don't need to put any whip on it. It's just a shot that needs to be blazed over the keeper. Corner comes in. Headed clear by United. Maguire it was. Amrabat flicks that one on. Gives it to Phil Foden. 7 minutes plus whatever's to be added on here until half-time. City lead at Old Trafford 1-0. Foden whips a ball in deep, too deep, and Diaz just gets a flick onto that with the back of his head. Doesn't get it right and out for a goal kick to Manchester United. It's a game that City have completely dominated, but it's a game that City, as of yet, haven't killed off. As I said, this is the lesson that Man City really need to learn the lesson from. And as good as Onana's shot stopping is, there's been a couple of times where he's just done what he's done, which is miss his kick or just lack a little bit of concentration. I think City need to press Onana more. I think there's a mistake there with his distribution. Walker plays a ball over the top into the channel, finds Alvarez under pressure from Amrabat. Gets a push in the back, doesn't go down. Play on. Alvarez works it across to the left-hand side. Jack Grealish. This is where I want to see Jack Grealish make that direct run. He does onto his right foot as the shot blocked and out for a corner. Come on! Sorry, guys, I just want to get closer. 39 minutes in, corner City. 6 corners at the moment for Manchester City. Julian Alvarez to take once more. Front of the Stretford end. What a time to get a second. Signal goes in from Alvarez. Whipped in. Nobody there again. Maguire gets it clear. There've got to be better corners into the box. We've had 6 corners, and at the moment, none of them have really caused United any problems. Walker goes across to Grealish. It's well won by Grealish. Referee plays the advantage, and he's going to come back for the advantage. Good refereeing. Really good refereeing. United fans are frustrated. The referee just signals I'm playing the advantage. He heads it across. Grealish is clattered off the ball. Bruno Fernandes is late, so he goes down. So there's the advantage. It goes to Bernardo Silva. He can't find his pass out. The ball's intercepted. The advantage is still there. So the referee comes back for the original challenge. It's a free kick, nothing more. It's good refereeing. I actually don't think the referee, 40 minutes in here, has done anything wrong. To be honest, they've relied on the systems of VAR. It's done its job. It's given City a penalty for something that Hojlund shouldn't have been doing with the little grab on Rodri to give the penalty. It's the correct decision. That's a free kick for Manchester City. You saw this climbing before on Hojlund from Ruben Dias that was punished as well. It's been a good refereeing performance so far. I don't think there's any decisions that I disagree with. I don't think the referee's done anything controversial in such a big game as well. Kudos. Hopefully it'll continue. It'll be a full 90 minutes where the arguments aren't all about the referee. I'm sure the United fans will want to argue the penalty, but he gets a yard on him. He grabs him. He goes down. As far as I'm concerned, it's a silly thing to do for the play. You give the referee the excuse to give the penalty. It does often go unpunished, but it should be punished. And that's a free kick. Phil Foden brings down Amrabat. Now they're going head-to-head, and Grealish is pushing and shoving. We're 1-0 ahead. Don't need to do this. Bernardo Silva comes in. He's Bernardo Silva. Kudos to him. Pushes Jack Grealish out the way. He goes like this to Phil Foden. Why are we getting involved? Why are they doing the head-to-heads? It's going to be a yellow card for Amrabat and for Phil Foden. Why? Why are they getting involved in the game? It's United's frustration. Let them get frustrated. Let them kick out. Let them get involved. I know it's a derby, but we're 1-0 ahead. Amrabat goes into the book. Foden goes into the book. He's asking why, but he goes head to head. That's why. I'm going back to what I was just saying about the referee. The referee's done nothing wrong. It's spot on. His decision is correct. It's a good challenge from Amrabat. There's a little shove in the back from Foden. There's not too much in it. He gives the free kick. Foden wants to slam the ball. He chooses not to. They go head to head. Jack Grealish gives the shove. I could argue that Jack Grealish possibly could have gone into the book there as well for pushing. Silly, silly things to do. It's these yellow cards that could turn into red cards that can just twist the game. Keep your heads. Poor giveaway by United. We're the team that's leading. We're the team in cruise control here. Keep your heads. We've done everything right. All we need to do is punish Manchester United and grab a killer second goal. We grab that killer second goal. I don't see any way back here for United. Corner here for City. Another cheap one given away by United. I think that's 7 corners now for City. My 9+ corners in the game's just looking like a dead cert right now. We need an Alvarez goal. Both teams to score. We're going to be quids in. We've not really found a way to get Alvarez involved too much in this game. Alvarez looks more like the provider. Another corner here for Alvarez to take. Can he find a City head this time? Haaland, Rodri, Stones, Gvardiol, Dias, all forward, chipped in. Good header from Marcus Rashford. United want the throw. City get the throw. Gary Neville makes a really good point. He reckons Pep Guardiola is going to be a bit disappointed at halftime that it's only 1-0 and this game's not being killed off. You know what? I think Gary Neville might be right. Gvardiol takes the throw in then, gives it to Rodri. Works this ball across. There's a coming together. Referee says play on. Here's Kyle Walker coming forward. Gives the ball to Phil Foden. It's a collision off the ball. Walker to the byline, whips one across and out for corner number 8 for Manchester City. This has been complete domination from Manchester City. United dominated the first 2 minutes of this game. The first 2 minutes. City dominated ever since. Well worthy of their lead. We just need that killer second goal. We've had a VAR check, a few yellow cards. I've got a feeling we'll probably have 3 or 4 minutes added on here before we get into half-time. So there's still plenty of time to find that second goal. Alvarez, can he find a City head? The answer is no. Rashford gets it clear. Maguire gets his head onto it and gets it out of the penalty area and away from the immediate danger. Great work from Jack Grealish. Turns Amrabat. More good work from Jack Grealish. Brushes apart away from Amrabat. Finds the pass into Alvarez. He centralises himself. Works the ball in towards Haaland. Referee keeps his flag down, says onside. Rashford tries to find the pass through. Good interception originally from Ruben Dias. The second pass comes through and a ball played into space. And Gvardiol's got a foot race here with Marcus Rashford that's won by Gvardiol. Kept in by Manchester United into the Manchester City half. Here's Christian Eriksen now. Gives the ball to Johnny Evans. United fans encouraged by this. Into the first of 4 minutes added on here before half-time. United started the game well, looking to try and end this game well as well for this first half. Here's Harry Maguire now. 2 touches. Works the ball out to Marcus Rashford on the right-hand side. City want the offside flag. The offside flag's not come. Shot comes in. Brilliant save from Ederson. Corner given. You do not rely on them. You do not rely upon the offside flag going up. It was McTominay that works the ball into space. He gets the good volley. It's a great save from Ederson. Not only is it a really good save, it's straight at the keeper, but Ederson has a lot to do. Power and pace. He has to get an arm onto it and put it round the post. Corner for United. It's deep and over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick to Manchester City. And I think that's my corner bet in already before half-time. And this is the importance Manchester City have of trying to kill this game off. Ball gets played forward. McTominay takes one touch, volley right through the heart of City's defence. Very similar to Young Boys' goal that they found midweek. One ball right through the heart of City's defence and you're in. McTominay's got a sweet connection. It's straight at the keeper. It's a cracking save from Ederson. And just like that, United could have had an undeserved equaliser. This is the danger you have at 1-0. City have dominated the game, but the game isn't over. Here's United coming forward. I think City will just be happy to see the half-time whistle at the moment. Bruno Fernandes gives it to Christian Eriksen. Coming forward. Edge of the penalty area. Good sliding challenge from Rodri. City get it clear. Work to the right-hand side. Rashford. Cross. Headed clear towards the goal, and Ederson just gets a fist onto that one and out of play for another corner to Manchester United. More work for Manchester City to do. Maguire forward. McTominay forward. Evans forward. Bruno Fernandes whips a ball in. Headed, won by Maguire, and it's wide. The amount of corners City have had and not found the City head. United come in with just their second corner of the game and find a United head. City's balls into the box need to be better. Coutinho thinking of a 2-1 loss. I hope you're wrong. City are dominating this one. The lessons need to be learned from last season. Spot on, though. Not been clinical enough. We've dominated this game. The game hasn't been put to bed. There's no comfort for Manchester City. United will take encouragement going into half-time on this. There's still a minute left here, and there's a bit of space here for City to work with. Julia happy with the performance of Ederson so far. Referee plays the advantage and Phil Foden. One last chance then. 40 seconds to go to half-time. Jackie G works it back to Josko Gvardiol inside the United half. John Stones tackled. Grealish works it into space. Bernardo, what can he do? Can he look up? Play. Haaland! What a save! What a save, Onana! Out for a corner. Wow! Onana, what a save. Haaland does nothing wrong. It's deep. It's a header. Onana with a save and a half. That is a sensational save. Gary Neville saying Haaland should tuck that one away. The keeper's committing. Haaland's going across. It's a brilliant adjustment from Onana. Corner comes in. Still doesn't find a City head. And that will be half-time. City not being clinical, but we lead. What a first half of football that was. And breathe. Haaland should have a brace. It should have maybe a hat-trick. It's Haaland's penalty that means City lead, but Ederson's made some good saves. What a first half. I need to lie down. Whew. Right, we're just going to go through some scores from earlier on today. So full-time results in the Premier League then. So in the early kickoff, West Ham took on Everton. Disappointing loss for West Ham. Everton looking to try and scramble themselves clear and getting clear daylight now between them and the bottom three. Bournemouth struggling down in 17th place, but it is the three newly promoted teams at the moment that are struggling in the relegation zone. Sheffield United bottom, Burnley second bottom, Luton Town third bottom, Everton getting clear daylight now. They've beaten West Ham away from home by 1-0. Aston Villa continuing their exceptional home form and not going away and looking good and building on last season. 3-1 winners over Luton Town at home today. Brighton, inconsistent. Looked good against City last week, but lost. Dropped more points today against Fulham at home. Evan Ferguson with the opener before Palina, with his failed move to Bayern Munich on transfer deadline day, finding the equaliser for Fulham, and Liverpool having it all too comfortable with a 3-0 victory over Nottingham Forest, despite not having Luis Diaz as his parents. An awful situation happening that's been developing over the last day or so in Colombia, where Luis Diaz's parents have been kidnapped. His mother's been released, but they're still his father's still missing. That's an awful situation. He wasn't in the squad there today. God only knows what him and his family are going through right now. Absolutely awful. But it is Liverpool that have picked up the victory today. And again, you're just starting to find a bit of a gap appearing after 10 games. Spurs, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Villa. They're the teams that have found the form and found their feet quickest. Then there's 5 points that separate 5th from 6th. And Aston Villa and Newcastle United and the chasing pack. And United currently down in 8, 15 points. They need to win this game. They need points, but they need to win this game if they're wanting to start to scramble some of them points back, because they will be struggling to make Champions League football next season as far as I'm concerned. And for Manchester City, well, we're trailing Spurs. We're still behind Arsenal on goal difference after their fantastic win yesterday with their victory against Sheffield United by 5-0. It gives them that goal difference. So Manchester City may just have to settle for third place today if we can pick up the win. But we know that Tottenham not playing until next Monday. City going first with our match against Bournemouth at home next weekend. We know that after being 5 points behind heading into this game, if we get the job done today, which we're halfway there, and the job done next weekend against Bournemouth at home, which you'd expect Manchester City to win, then all of a sudden that 5-point gap gets cut down and Manchester City go over Tottenham Hotspur and go a point clear, and they're under pressure in their next game. But to me, Spurs looking very good, something to be wary of. We've still got them to play. Liverpool finding their feet, looking good. We've still got them to play. Arsenal, we already know, looking good. They've already beaten us so far this season. There's still a long way to go. Man City always finish the season stronger than they start it. So still plenty to be optimistic about. We're ahead here. I'm confident we can still get the job done here as long as we can pick up them important 3 points. What a big second half this is going to be. The other match in the Premier League, of course, for today is Manchester City leading Manchester United at Old Trafford by 1-0. Now, I've had some action in the Championship. There was a minute silence before Sheffield United's little derby match that they had with Rotherham, which Sheffield United have picked up a very big 3 points in Sheffield at Hillsborough today, down at the bottom. Sheffield Wednesday rooted and just on 3 points and picking up their first win today and on to 6 points, trying to battle. But there's a big gap there for Rotherham, QPR and Sheffield Wednesday, not looking good for them and fighting relegation from the Championship into League One. And at the top end of the table, Leicester, Ipswich, Leeds, Southampton, all now starting to find their feet. Mixed team, Preston North End just starting to slip away at the moment after going winless in their last 7 games. But as I was saying, there was a minute silence in that Sheffield Wednesday Rotherham game in dedication and tribute to Adam Johnson, who was a former NHL ice hockey player playing for Nottingham. I think he was playing for. They took on Sheffield yesterday in the arena in front of 8,000 fans, and there was a tragic incident that took place where unfortunately Adam Johnson, one of the Nottingham ice hockey players, has suffered a serious injury and has unfortunately passed away from his injuries that's been announced by the Elite Ice Hockey League today in the UK. So all the thoughts and well wishes of everyone associated with the JSGC channel go to Adam Johnson's family and friends there. Such a tragic incident there. And absolutely awful to see. So that's why there was a minute silence before that game that took place in the Championship. There's so much happening around the world. There's so much, we've had the Sir Bobby Charlton tribute today in the Manchester Derby, the incident with Adam Johnson yesterday. With the ice hockey, we've had the actor who plays Chandler Bing from Friends, Matthew Perry. He's passed away in the last 24 hours as well. So rest in peace to Matthew Perry. And of course, got loads of incidents happening around the world involving all the politics and war that's happening. You've got Ukraine and Russia going head to head with each other. Always seeing horrific stuff coming out of the Ukraine. You've got the ongoing conflict on the Gaza Strip as well, with so much happening. There's so much pain in the world. And you've, of course, had floodings, earthquake, fires. It's just, life just, no words. Other games taking place today. Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock took on Aberdeen, finished 2-0 Kilmarnock. Rangers not capitalising on Celtic dropping points yesterday against Hibernian. Rangers taking on Hearts Midlothian, the other team from Edinburgh, which is currently Rangers 0, Hearts 1. They also got matches taking place in La Liga. We saw a big result yesterday. Barcelona at home lost 2-1 to Real Madrid thanks to Jude Bellingham going from strength to strength. I think he played 10 times for Real Madrid and scored 10 goals. He's only 2 goals away from equaling his tally that he's scored with Borussia Dortmund, even though he's played 90 plus games. Other games in La Liga: Real Betis 2, Osasuna 1, Real Vallecano 1, Real Sociedad 1, later score in the 53rd minute. You got Athletic Bilbao taking on Valencia at 5:30 p.m. GMT, and Atletico Madrid taking on Alaves at 8 p.m. We've got a match in the Bundesliga, very entertaining. Eintracht Frankfurt 3, Borussia Dortmund 3, into added on time in the second half there. You got Bayer Leverkusen taking on Freiburg at 4:30 p.m. GMT. Very entertaining game in Serie A. Cagliari 4, Frosinone 3. A big win there for Cagliari, 4-3. Entertaining game. Monza 1, Udinese 1's another full-time result. And you've got a couple of big games in Serie A. You got Inter Milan taking on Roma at the San Siro at 5 p.m. And you got Napoli taking on AC Milan as well. Into France, Brest 2, PSG 3, full-time score. Lille 2, Monaco 0, Metz 0, Le Havre 0, Montpellier 3, Toulouse 0. All full-time results. Rennes 1, Strasbourg 0 in the 23rd minute. You got Marseille taking on Lyon, another big game there in France. In the Eredivisie, you've got FC Twente 2, Feyenoord 1, Volendam 3, Excelsior 1, and PSV 5, Ajax 2 in a massive game in the Eredivisie. All full-time scores. Ajax's dip in form continues. AZ Alkmaar 0, NEC Breda, part of the CFG, the City Football Group, 2-0 up in the 43rd minute. What will be a brilliant win there in AZ Alkmaar. In the MLS, you had LAFC take on Vancouver, finish 5-2. Tonight, you got Houston taking on Salt Lake at 10 p.m. That's got the NFL taking place today. I'm looking forward to. And in the Belgium Pro League, Club Rouge 2, Antwerp 1, full-time. Westerlo 1, Union San Gilosi 2 in the 72nd minute. You got Ghent taking on Standard Liège at 5:30 p.m. GMT, and you've got Kortrijk taking on Genk at 6:15 GMT. PM, that is. And finally, to Portugal. Final game taking place in Europe. You had Rio Ave taking on Farense at half-time. It's currently 2-2. Very entertaining game. You also got Estrella taking on Famalicão at 6 p.m. and you got Vizela taking on FC Porto at 8:30 p.m. GMT. So we're just going to go through the stats very quickly for this game, and I've got some halftime entertainment for you guys as well to enjoy. So just going to get the stats up for this game, and we're going to draw up some conclusions from the first half here at Old Trafford. Seen some massive saves made by Manchester United's Onana. We've seen a huge save come in from Ederson as well. 2 brilliant saves there. We've seen Erling Haaland should have a brace, maybe should have a hat-trick. We've seen Erling Haaland convert from the penalty spot. There's been VAR checks. It's been a game that's been completely dominated by Manchester City, but we've not put this game to bed. And as N says there, would like to see Doku come on for Manchester City in the second half, and I'm sure that we will at some point. But OG says Doku would be great, but Grealish, Foden have been good for Manchester City so far. So he'd like to see Alvarez come off, and that could be an option there. If it does, you may see Foden go more into midfield and Doku going out wide, maybe even onto the right wing. So let's get the stats up then so far for this game. And we'll start off with the possession first, as Manchester City do lead. We're 6-1 on to win this game. United 16-1 for a second half comeback, which is what they did at Old Trafford last season, 5-1 for the draw. City dominating possession, 61% possession compared with 39% possession for Manchester United. 7 shots for City, 4 on target, 1 goal, couple of brilliant saves from Onana. United, 4 shots, 2 on target, a wonderful save for Ederson as well, equally. It's McTominay that's finding that space that's causing problems there for Manchester City. Pass completion rate below 90% for City, and I don't think Pep Guardiola will be too happy with that. Manchester United at 80%, 2 clear-cut opportunities. City not been at their clinical best, but we've completely dominated the game, and we've done enough so far to be leading. We need that killer second goal. I still think this is going to be both teams to score, so City do need to score again at Old Trafford if they want them 3 points. 9 corners for City, 2 for Manchester United, so my corner bet has already come in, which is brilliant. We've seen 3 yellow cards so far. We've seen 1 for Onana, I think, for time wasting in the build-up to the spot kick from Manchester City. And we saw Amrabat and Phil Foden going head-to-head, so they've both been given yellow cards as well. No red cards as of yet, but them yellow cards, something to keep an eye on. If there is anything to change, what would you like to see? Do let me know in the live chat. That would be much appreciated. N asked, question, observation. Watched the El Clasico match yesterday, and showing of the 2 best teams in Spain was weak. Man City, Man United has much better qualities on both sides. La Liga, it's pretty weak in quality. It is pretty weak in quality. There's a reason why Real Madrid are spending a lot of money on their midfield. They don't just judge on La Liga; they judge in Europe on how Europe and how strong they are. Real Madrid won't have been very happy that Manchester City completely dictated that tie last season, so they want to improve on that. There is a gulfing difference between the teams in La Liga and the teams in Premier League. The Premier League have a lot more money available to them, but not really an excuse. And Real Madrid are starting to build a team for the future. And that midfield that they've got, Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham, it's a scary thought about just how good that midfield can be. To me, Real Madrid lacking a little bit in attack. There's a couple of aging players there. Defense can be got at, so I think there's still a long way to go. And I think as a whole, in terms of the standard of football, the top matches in the Premier League are far better than anywhere else in the world. Manchester City take on Liverpool at the end of November. That, to me, is one of the most exciting games in the world. 2 exceptional teams, informed teams going toe for toe, tactical battles going on all over the field, going full out, full throttle, all out attack. It's, to me, Premier League still the most entertaining league in the world, even though everyone likes to tell you that Man City are keeping things not very competitive and keep winning. But, you know, it's up to everybody else to play catch up. It's a challenge that everyone should be relishing. And in the end, City, the reign will end, and teams will play that catch up and they will get better. They want Pep Guardiola to leave. Well, they've got to go and prove themselves and make that happen. Could West Ham win La Liga? I don't think they'd be able to compete with the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid. I certainly don't think they'd win it. I think West Ham would push a good race for the top 4. I think West Ham are more than a match for the likes of Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Sevilla, etc., etc. Barcelona, there's more quality in Barcelona's team than West Ham's. I don't think that they'd be able to beat them, if I'm honest. I reckon they'd become a Champions League team. They certainly wouldn't have the funding available to them in La Liga as what the Premier League does, though. So I don't think they'd win the league. I don't think they're as strong as Barca or Real Madrid, but the rest of the quality across La Liga, I don't think is there. Just get a replay of that wonderful Onana save. I hate praising Manchester United, but it was a wonderful save. Right, guys, I'm just going to go and top up a drink and change my camera battery. So I've got some very quick halftime entertainment, which is brought to you by Mixed. This is the Black Sheep Brewery drink review. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see you all again soon.
Hello guys, Mixed here, back again for another review video. So for this review video, we are reviewing the Milk Stout. So if you ever had it, I certainly recommend it. But what we're going to find out today is does this Milk Stout live up to the billing, and does it compete against Guinness, or is it even better? So this Milk Stout I got from Tesco for £2. It's something I had in Middlesbrough back in March, and I absolutely loved it when I had it off the pump. Because it's nice and refreshing, and I just remember it standing out as one of the top pints of the day in Middlesbrough that I had. So we'll see if this lives up to it. This is an award-winning stout as well. As the World Beer is 2022, and this is a winner. So this Milk Stout is made from Black Sheep Brewery. So this is the exact same that I had in Borough. So just got to crack it open. And if you want to know more about the Black Sheep Brewery, it is founded by Paul Theakston, the original Black Sheep, and an award-winning silky creamy stout, packing notes of chocolate, vanilla and coffee brewed with lactose and a robust malt blend. This milk stout offers a satisfying sweetness that cuts against a light bitterness, brought together through an irresistible velvet texture. That is all the tasting notes that I remember, so we'll see if we can taste that again. So we'll just pour into our pint glass. A little bit of a Tyrell head, that one. But yeah, I liked it that much. I thought, I've got to have this again. It's even JSGC, who's not even a stout fan, he enjoyed it in Borough as well. So that's one of the reasons that I decided to buy this from Tesco when I saw it. I just couldn't resist.
Right, sorry about that, guys. I'll very quickly just get my camera battery changed, which is what I was just doing there. So that's why the picture was off. I was just getting a quick drink. Right, missed a minute. I was waffling on too much. Literally just had to sprint down, get a drink, get the battery changed, get back up again. Right, there's nothing happened in that minute. Manchester City attacking from left to right. United attacking from right to left. United have made a change. Interesting. Amrabat's come off. And Mason Mount, new signing from Chelsea, comes on. Amrabat looked all over the place first half on that yellow card. So Manchester United taking the decision to bring him off. I'm surprised Amrabat started, to be honest. I'd have thought they'd have brought on an extra attacker chasing the game, a Martial or an Anthony, and moved Bruno Fernandes into the middle, but they haven't. Here's Rashford then. He'll take the corner for Manchester United. Is he going to take it short? Is he going to put a ball into the box? He's just going to pass it very quickly. And here's Bruno Fernandes with a good save from Ederson. It's a shot on target. There's a couple of pats on the back for Ederson. I think that just takes an awkward little bounce right in front of Ederson. It's a very low hit, but it stays low. Never hits the ground right up until it goes straight into Ederson. That's could have been so tricky. It's a good save. It's straight at him. It's a save you'd expect a Premier League goalkeeper to make. Ederson does really well just to keep control of the ball. And here's Rodri for City now. Bernardo Silva. Cross comes in. Deep. Foden. Oh, it's over the top. Over the top of the crossbar. Foden following that at the back post. Not to be. It remains 1-0 here. So good ball in from Bernardo Silva. Foden's shot off target, isn't it? Oh, Nana. Here's Gvardiol. Gives it to Ederson. Into Foden's feet. Good work from Walker. Good work from Rodri. Good touch by Alvarez. Good football by Manchester City. Alvarez with a crossfield pass. Here's Jack Grealish now. Bernardo Silva sprinting forward for the overlap. Used well by Grealish to the byline. Bernardo Haaland! Erling Haaland doubled Manchester City's lead early on here at Old Trafford. Here we go. Come on, Erling Haaland. Sensational header. Very similar to the chance just before half-time where Onana made the big save. Erling Haaland's just waiting for that at the back post and boom! 2-0. Manchester City lead. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant football. It's a free header. It's poor defending. No one there at the back post. Bad player. Loving it. Seamus. Happy with it. And going critical. Should be 4. We lead by 2. I'm happy with that. Mixin happy with it. Julia happy with it. JSGC absolutely delighted. And it's big Erling Haaland with his second in the Manchester derby today. Boom. There's that clinical killer second goal that we've been looking for. Gosh, great work, Bernardo Silva. United get lucky. They get lucky there. Rashford turns. United need a goal back. Good defending from Rodri. Bruno Fernandes picks the pieces up here. Here's Scott McTominay now, playing in a deeper role. Good work, Jack Grealish. United fans want a handball. There's no appeal from the players, which tells you all you need to know. And Bernardo Silva goes down. Now the United players appeal for handball. Why don't just appeal at the time? Bernardo Silva's a fantastic player. I'm happy Bernardo Silva signed that new deal. I'm not so happy there's a release clause. What does that hit of Jack Grealish? His arm's up into an elbow. It hits his bottom of his thigh. That's why a handball's not being given, because it wasn't handball on Jack Grealish. And play can continue. 51 minutes gone here at Old Trafford. City lead by 2-0. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Just 4 likes away from being halfway to 50 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. City winning at Old Trafford on Derby Day. What's not to like about that? Please do leave a thumbs up. Do subscribe as well if you are new around here. Here is Onana for Manchester United. Launches this one long. United have gone long ball. Good header won by Hojlund. Bruno Fernandes nearly gave that ball away. Haaland gets another bite at the cherry, given away again. He's not had a very good game, Haaland, in my opinion. They're comparing him to Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland has a brace here. He's not conceding penalties. Erling Haaland scoring goals. He's winning games for Manchester City on Derby Day in United's own backyard. Worth its weight in gold. Manchester City leading here by 2-0 at Old Trafford. Harry Maguire pings the ball long to Lindelof, takes the touch, plays the pass back to Johnny Evans. Here's Onana. I want to see us pressing more. I think there's mistakes there. I really do. Good recovery clearance that by Phil Foden. Erling Haaland tries to play a headed ball across to Julian Alvarez. Pep claps. He's encouraged by it. It's been a good performance this by Manchester City. We've dominated this game. We've been clinical in front of goal, and we've grabbed that killer second goal as well. So throwing here for Manchester United, midway inside their own half. They throw it long. Kyle Walker wins the header. Loose second ball. Rodri wins the header. Takes a rough challenge from Lindelof in the back. It's getting a bit scrappy, and a great back heel that from Rodri to find Bernardo Silva. What a ball from Bernardo to Gvardiol. He just plays a ball low across into the penalty area. It's straight at Onana, unfortunately. But still, good work from Manchester City. And that's brilliant work from Jack Grealish tracking back, make the interception, and City get the ball back. Maybe JSGC's wrong. Doku shouldn't have been starting. That's why Grealish starts. Complete domination here for Manchester City. Mia, thanks very much for tuning in, enjoying the performance of Erling Haaland, a brace in the Manchester derby. He's on a hat-trick. Can it be a Derby Day hat-trick? That'd be great to see. Here is Jackie G then to Bernardo Silva. Back to Jack Grealish once more. Here's Josko Gvardiol. Works it across to Kyle Walker. I think this team that Man City is starting with here could well be City's strongest 11 this season. Rodri works the ball into space, finds Julian Alvarez. City just dominating this ball. Man City are going to keep pushing and pushing here. I can't remember who it was before, saying wouldn't rule out if City can grab that second goal, this being 5-0 City. And I think if City can punish Manchester United here and grab a third, I think you'll start seeing the boos. You'll see the United players starting to leave. It's a poor giveaway by Harry Maguire. Here is Julian Alvarez from Manchester City into the penalty area. Julian Alvarez has a shot and blocked and out for a throw-in to Manchester City. Just backing off. Really good work from Julian Alvarez. It's really good work by Manchester City. That goal by Haaland that he scored before in front of the away end, sliding in front of them, loving life at Old Trafford. And let's not forget, City aren't in action midweek. United are playing in midweek, Newcastle at home. Difficult game for them in the Carabao Cup. We went out to Newcastle, so we don't have to worry about stretched players' legs and everything and fixture congestions and stuff. We can just put all our focus here on the Premier League, take it game by game. We're doing the job in the Champions League. We beat Young Boys in a couple of weeks at home, which is what you'd expect Manchester City to do, and all of a sudden qualification secure. And Manchester City looking good for first place as well. We can start to rotate and rest players. And week by week, we can just focus on the Premier League. We're not playing in midweek this week, so we can just have focus from here and go full strength against Bournemouth. John Stones didn't want to get in the way of that, but he did, and it falls nicely. Grealish! Great save, Onana. A good shot from Jack Grealish. United, again, they're just backing off. Foden and Kyle Walker going toe-for-toe with Marcus Rashford. Rashford does well and goes out of play for a throw into United right next to their own corner flag. It's such good work. I love that combination on the left-hand side. Grealish and Bernardo. Diogo Dalot has to stay with Bernardo Silva because it was him that found the assist for the goal before. That's why the space happens and the backing off. Hojlund attacking here for United. Intercepted well by Ruben Dias. Rodri finds, but Bernardo's been everywhere. Bernardo, even though Haaland's on a brace and he's scored 2, Bernardo's on for possibly the JSGC man of the match here. Andy and Alison, thanks so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Said it just arrived in Easingwold for a short break. Sounds like we're playing okay. We're playing more than okay. We're completely dominating this game. It's a beautiful performance from Manchester City. We've grabbed that killer second goal. Just need to keep going. City want to win this game by 3 or 4. It's there for them. And City look hungry. City look determined. Pep Guardiola got asked pre-match, what's the motivation like for the players because they win so much? He says the motivation's still there. It's why City freshen their squad up so much. Keep that motivation high. Players that are aging and getting a little bit older, they move on at the right time to bring other players in that are going to keep it motivated. Here's Erling Haaland to Julian Alvarez, John Stones. Alvarez left well. City want a penalty driven across. Haaland can't believe it. He wants a penalty. Jack Grealish just drilled the ball across the penalty area. He's wondering where Erling Haaland is. Erling Haaland had gone down. He's just getting grappled with Harry Maguire. He's all over him and then brings him down to penalty. I don't see what the difference is between Hojlund and that on Erling Haaland. He's pulling his shirt. They said play on. I don't see what the difference is. If that one in the first half's a penalty, that should be a penalty as well. I said the referee's had a brilliant game. It's been managed so well. We're 58.5 minutes in. I don't agree with that decision. The geezer, you're spot on. City showing they still have it. Just not consistent enough with it. The consistency will come. It'll come in the second half of the season. You'll see performances like this week in, week out. And City get themselves a free kick. Challenge from Bruno Fernandes on Erling Haaland. We didn't attack Arsenal enough was the problem. I didn't think we played a bad game. We nullified them to near enough very little. we were guilty of not attacking enough in that game, and we got punished for it. City are asking the question that they're not 10 yards. They want to take the free kick. Referee wants them to get on with it. City want to play the pass, but they're not 10 yards. And City eventually give the ball away. United equally give the ball away. Here's Erling Haaland then. Eriksen couldn't get on the end of it. Foden's made the run. Here's Foden. What can he do with it? Twisting, turning. Rodri picks the pieces up. City's attacks caused United's defence so many problems. I said it was there for the taking. And I was right. Here's Ruben Dias. Gives it to Josko Gvardiol. Here's Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Past the hour mark now. City lead by 2-0 here at Old Trafford. First Manchester derby of the season. City resuming normal service after a loss last season at Old Trafford. Pep Guardiola likes Old Trafford. Man City like Old Trafford. We have a blip every now and then. Normal service resumed. Here's Kyle Walker. Gives the ball to Ruben Dias. Here's Ederson. What I'd like to see from City, we're coasting, we're comfortable, we're looking good, we're getting them attacking threats in. It's been a complete dominated performance for Manchester City. I just want that third goal. I want this game tied up. Third goal, 3 points for City. United want a free kick. Not given. Onana works it to Johnny Evans. He gets it clear. How is Johnny Evans starting a Manchester derby? I just don't understand. Johnny Evans isn't good enough for any Premier League team. How is he? It shows you where Manchester United are at. I want City to put United to the sword here. I want 3. I want 3 or 4. I want that man on the screen, Erik Ten Hag, under all kinds of pressure after this game. Maguire under pressure from Grealish. Finds Onana. Get Onana under pressure. Too simple of a pass out to McTominay. United can work this and get the ball into City's half. To me, that's too easy. Too easy from Manchester City. I think they're pressing and forcing the issue on the wrong players. Arsenal right now, it's very obvious they're clearly a better team. Clearly, in my opinion, a better team than Manchester United right now. United are far off the pace. They're miles away. Miles and miles away. Here is Julian Alvarez for Manchester City. Kyle Walker comes forward. Foden to Julian Alvarez. Here's Kyle Walker coming forward for Manchester City now. Julian Alvarez into a bit of space. He might fancy this. He does, and gets it all wrong. Gets it all wrong, Julian Alvarez. He's been in good form. He's not really found his feet today. To me, Julian Alvarez has been one of the most impressive players that we've had so far this season. I don't think this game's suited him too much. I think if there was to be a sub, I think Doku for Alvarez would be mine. Grealish has had a brilliant game. Kyle Walker does well, makes the interception, gives the ball to Ederson. It's good work from Manchester City out from the back. Really good work from Manchester City. A good clearance. Finds Jack Grealish. When things are going well, they're just going well. They link up well, don't they? Albeit Gvardiol's given the ball away for Manchester City. But as a whole, when Man City have wanted to, they've found a way to make it happen. And everything just seems to be falling well for Manchester City. And that's what happens when you 2-0 up. You lose the confidence. You get put under pressure. You lose that confidence. Cross comes in from United. Good header from John Stones. He's had a good game for City today, hasn't he? Ruben Dias, John Stones, Rodri through their middle of the park for City at the back. Look good. Look really good. Big hit for Manuel Akanji suspended. I'd be a bit concerned thinking, am I going to get into the City team? I'm relying on tiredness, rotation and injury which means you're naturally going to get minutes because City rotate a lot. Cross comes in for United. City just need to be wary of a United goal and them getting up ahead of steam. And 2-0 can always be a bit of a dangerous scoreline, which is why you want the guarantee of a third. A third goal, I think, seals the deal for Manchester City this afternoon. Here is Phil Foden now. Gives the ball back to Julian Alvarez. Kyle Walker then to Ruben Dias. Josko Gvardiol, 65 minutes in here at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 0, Manchester City 2, as we're now 53 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It'd be nice to get to halfway, actually. So let's see if we can get them likes up, everybody. That would be fantastic. Here's Bernardo Silva coming forward. He's got the chance to have a shot. United just backing off and backing off. It's straight at Onana. There's been chances for City to have 3, 4, 5 goals if they wanted it. Arguably, Onana has kept United's scoreline respectable. Pep Guardiola is convinced it should have been a handball on Marcus Rashford, not given, and we're into the next phase of the attack. So if United do score off this attack, it will count. Cross comes in. Who's there? Johnny Stones. What a rock at the back. There's a pun in there somewhere with Stones and rock. Makes the clearance for Manchester City and the interception. What a player John Stones is. What a big absentee he's been. I wonder if we get the job done against Arsenal if we have Johnny Stones. 100%. That's like an all-out attack from Manchester City. Jack Grealish has done a brilliant job today, though. He's ensured that Bernardo Silva and him have combined so well. There's a brilliant understanding. Attacks have looked fluent and fresh down that left-hand side. Grealish has been allowed to stretch that pitch. Bernardo's been allowed to attack. It's got the best out of Bernardo Silva, and it's ensured what I was looking for from Jack Grealish. I said if he wants to keep his spot in the team, he's under pressure for this one. He's under pressure to get that 8 out of 10 performance, and he's done that. Poor giveaway here from City, though. McTominay can't find the pass. Who's there? It's John Stones. Of course it's John Stones. Christian Eriksen goes for the low ball across, and it's out for a corner. I'm going back to what I was saying. Bernardo Silva on course for the potential JSGC man of the match. Erling Haaland grabbed a brace, and yet all I'm speaking about is Bernardo Silva. But let's talk about Johnny Stones. He has been fantastic. Manchester City fan, thanks for tuning in. I thought there's loads of times that's in the penalty area. It doesn't get penalised. It should be penalised more because to the book, it's a penalty. It's a penalty for me. It's harsh, but it's a penalty. And it should be penalised more, in my opinion, and it's not. Headed out for another corner to Manchester United by Rodri. United need to get back into this game, and soon. City just need to be wary of conceding a goal here. 2-0's a dangerous scoreline. 22 minutes to go. More than enough time to find a goal or two. City have had a firm control of this game. They've got the game by the scruff of the neck. They just need to ensure that they get the job done here. Corner comes in. The Rock, Johnny Stones, gets that headed clear for City. Far as Dalot. Eriksen, back to Dalot. Still around the City penalty area. Can they get the cross in? Good work from Phil Foden and Julian Alvarez and Jack Grealish. It means United forced to go deeper with a poor ball into the box cleared by City. Out for a throw into United halfway inside the Manchester City half. United fans look a bit disorientated at the moment as far as I'm concerned. Not complaining about that. Here is Lindelof for United. There's space everywhere. The midfield for United's all over the place. The defence doesn't look very good. I remember saying in the preview, United are there for the taking. They look open, which means Man City, if they can not overthink this, can find the space rather than not. That's a great ball. Rashford takes the touch. Rashford wide. He kept himself onside. He did all the hard work, and it goes wide of Ederson's post, and it remains 2-0. There's the danger for City. Another ball directly through the centre. Well-timed run. Good touchdown with the chest. Good defending from Walker to put Rashford off. I think Rashford has more time than he realises. Kyle Walker overcommits. Rashford turns him there. He scores. He goes first time, he backs himself, and it goes wide, and that could be that for United. Gvardiol goes forward for Manchester City now, uses Jack Grealish. He's up against Diogo Dalot. Doesn't commit forward, goes back to Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri. Maybe time for Man City to start looking towards the bench as some players starting to look a little bit tired for City now. Was very close, Julia. Too close for my liking. Third goal, and I sit here nice and comfortable. 2-0, still a bit pensive. Maybe I'm being biased, City fan. I thought it was a penalty. I think when you grab a player and they're a yard in front of you and you're not getting to the ball and the ball's heading in that direction, you're given a reason for VAR to have a look at it. You're given a reason for the referee to give a penalty. There's so much shirt pulling and pushing and shoving that goes on in the penalty area. Referees really should be clamping down on it. To the letter, to the law, it is a penalty. I thought Erling Haaland, when Harry Maguire grappled his shirt and pulled him down early in the second half, that was a penalty as well for me. By the book of the law, it is a penalty. I don't understand why one's being given and not the other. Inconsistencies. Here's Jack Grealish. Threads the ball through. Haaland, hat-trick time. Great save, Onana. It's a third great save Onana has made here. Haaland smiled. He could have had 4 or 5, really. He really could. Great from Jack Grealish. Bad player, absolutely spot on. If it weren't for Onana, this would be an embarrassing scoreline. This United defence is all over the place. Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, there's just nothing, is there? And the midfield's too far apart. City are just finding space left, right and centre. It's why City are having a field day. We've not been at our clinical best. We could have had 4 or 5, really, if we wanted it. We still could. Plenty of time. Grealish goes in with a cross. Headed clear by Johnny Evans. Grealish looked like it might have touched his arm. Not given by the referee, and play can continue. Here's Julian Alvarez. City just choose to go backwards. City want the free kick. Advantage being played. Space opens up. Rodri rocket? No, he decides not to have the shot. Where's the overlap? Bernardo Silva just hangs deep there and receives the pass from Haaland. Here is Ruben Dias. Gives it back to Ruben Dias there. Receives a pass from Bernardo Silva. Johnny Stones into some space. Finds Bernardo Silva now. Bernardo Silva is just such a smart player. Brilliant player. City have done all they can to keep hold of him for as long as possible. I think next summer will be the summer that we lose him with that release clause. I think there'll be a team out there that'll activate that 50 million. What a bargain it will be to grab Bernardo. And there's Bernardo again. Just making a nuisance. Filled by Onana. Foden. He's panicking. He's panicking. He was panicking to try and keep it in. He couldn't find the pass. And through his panic, he falls over. And he can't find the pass. He had space and time. Onana's shot stopping has been brilliant. I'm going back to this distribution and I feel like there's a mistake in him. Great work from Bernardo. Foden just has more time. He's bundled over by Lindelof, but there we go. Garnacho comes on for United. Hojlund comes off and Sergio Reguilon comes on for Manchester United. For more attacking finesse there for United as Victor Lindelof comes off, looking for more pace, more precision United on that left-hand side. Interesting to see what direction Garnacho goes on. Grabbed a goal against City last season at Old Trafford as well. Poor touch that from Foden. Doesn't keep it in and out for a throw into United. Clock ticks away. 16 minutes remaining. 2-0 City lead. That's amazing. United have spent 29 minutes this season leading at home. Grealish, deflected shot wide and another corner to Manchester City. Takes a deflection off the back heel of Christian Eriksen and out for a corner. There's been so many corners in this game. Near enough into the last 15 here. City taking their time. 22 corners, 16 for City, 6 for United. Alvarez, cross comes in. Headed by Rodri. Headed clear by United and hooked clear as well. Good work from Manchester United to come out with the ball, and I think he's just been sold short, and that's a good recovery clearance from Ruben Dias. He weren't too happy that City's defence looked stretched, so he goes sliding in, gets a boot onto it and makes sure there's enough power to get that ball out of play and City can regroup. Good awareness that from Ruben Dias. You might have been inclined because he had space to try and keep possession there for City, but any miscontrol, any interception for United and one ball over and they could be in. So Ruben Dias does the sensible thing and says, you know what, we'll get the numbers back and I'll put it out. Good work from Ruben Dias, good awareness. United do have possession, but we've got all the players back now, which is good. Here's Harry Maguire. Work back to Scott McTominay. And how crucial are them two important misses from him in the first half. Now, poor ball forward from United. Really poor ball forward. Foden, direct ball in. Harry Maguire intercepts it from Erling Haaland there. And I'd like to see Julian Alvarez almost go in as a second striker here for Manchester City and go 2 up top. There's so much space. Push for this third goal. Empty Old Trafford out. Get the job done. Great pressing from Kyle Walker on Garnacho, and City can come away with the ball. Work back to Ruben Dias, goes back to Ederson. He's going to send this long one upfield. Finds Jack Grealish. What a ball by Ederson, and that'll go out of play through an interception off Mason Mount. It's the first time I've said Mason Mount's name. He's been on the pitch now for 31 minutes, which shows you how involved he's been in this game. United have had no grip in midfield, have had no grip with their defence on this game. If it weren't for Onana, this scoreline would be embarrassing for Manchester United. And I'm talking Liverpool battering Manchester United at Old Trafford and Man City's 6-1 victory over Old Trafford. Embarrassing. If it weren't for Onana, I'd have loved to have seen it. It was there for the taking. Thank you very much, Aidan, and thanks for tuning in. It's because Manchester City have been down and out a few times before. We know what the dark ages look like. We know what pain looks like. We've been there, done that, worn the T-shirt. Struck lucky with the lottery win, of course. And not really looked back since. But that core support and that core feeling that City fans have, that typical City, it's always remained there. Well, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. And Bernardo Silva tries to thread the pass in and it falls really nicely. Here's Phil Foden. United want the offside flag. It doesn't come. Bernardo Silva now to Phil Foden. Back to Bernardo. There'd be a time if this was 20 years ago and was producing a player like Phil Foden for City to raise money, like Sean Wright-Phillips. Broke my heart when Man City sold Sean Wright-Phillips to Chelsea. Phil Foden had been down the same route, produced young City lad, City fan. City through and through, bleeds blue. He'd get sold by City for us to raise funds. Not anymore. Phil Foden's got all the criteria to potentially see out his days as a City player and solidify himself as a City icon, a City through and through. My whole career at Manchester City, where I've been there, done that, won absolutely everything, numerous amounts of times. And all that pain that we went through. I mean, I supported City since 2002. So I only knew 6 years of pain before we hit the lottery. But even them 6 years of pain growing up, all people would yabber on about being from the northwest of England, it'd be Liverpool and Man United all the time. Liverpool with the Champions League wins, United dominating domestically. It's all you would hear about. So to see the tide turn... Perfect. Into the penalty area here, City. Jack Grealish. He's got support. Takes his time. Works it back. Rodri rocket. Rodri rocket. Rodri rocket. Oh, what a save. Haaland. Hat-trick. No. Squared across. Oh, it's City through and through. Phil Foden with the goal. Get your knee sliding. Go home, Manchester United fans. Go home. Fantastic finish from Phil Foden. It's an assist for Erling Haaland. City rampant. Manchester United have no answers. 3 goals, 3 points. That's what Derby Day is all about. Seamus delighted with it. Mr. Super Sid, game set and over. It all comes about from that Rodri rocket. Erling Haaland's there to follow it in. He doesn't want his hat-trick. He wants to square it for Foden because he's in a better position. How smart's that of Erling Haaland? And it's just tucked away so comfortably, so easily. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. As I said, interesting to see if Old Trafford empties. Phil Foden hits it with the outside of his foot into the back of the net. 3-0. Job done. Keep going. Keep going. On to 50 likes now. 47 likes away from 100 likes. There's an exodus at United. The fire drill's going off everybody. Get them likes up. 100 likes. Surely 100 likes here. What is not to like about this? Julia happy. Oh, it said it's a fire drill. There'll be empty seats everywhere. Here's United coming forward. Foden makes the interception. Ruben Dias back to Josko Gvardiol. Rodri now. That's what I was mentioning at half-time when City were getting the job done. Tottenham will have been looking at it 5 points clear of City because everyone will regard City as the main title threat. So they'll be thinking to themselves, we're 5 points clear. Hold on. Jack Grealish in the penalty area. Grealish tries to get a cross away. Foden overhead kick. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, that would have been hot. That would have been hot. That was so close from Phil Foden. Anyway, Flo, back to your comment. Tottenham will have been looking at it. 5 points clear of Manchester City, and they'll be telling themselves, City have got a difficult game away at United. If they end up dropping points, all of a sudden, as the City fans break out in a Poznan, they love it. Why not? In the rain in Manchester at Old Trafford. But yeah, going back to your comment, as City like they might just give the ball away here. Hold on again, 1 second, Flo. Christian Eriksen. Here's Garnacho. Goes to the byline, gets the ball across, defended well out by Ruben Dias. Great touch, Phil Foden. What a dribble by Phil Foden. Keeps it in. Oh, this lad can do anything and everything. I think it takes a deflection off Foden's foot and a throw-in given to United. Foden doesn't agree. I think it was a throw-in to United. Another throw-in given to United. It looks like the immediate danger's away from City. So I'll go back to Flo's comment. Spurs fans and the team will have been looking at this saying we're 5 points clear of Manchester City. So we need to go out there and see what Manchester United can do. They'll have been hoping for a favour because all of a sudden, City are going to win this game. We're 2 points behind Spurs and we play before them next week. And that 5 point gap that they've got or had on us, all of a sudden, next weekend, we beat Bournemouth at home, which is what you'd expect. And as we're playing before Spurs, we go a point ahead of them. And they're all of a sudden under pressure in their Monday night game. I don't know who they've got, but I just know they're playing Monday night as United send a cross in 7 minutes from time. Collected by Ederson, nice and comfortable, and City can come forward here. Here is Phil Foden to Johnny Stones. Brilliant performance from Johnny Stones. Brilliant performance from Bernardo Silva. Jack Grealish has had a fantastic game. Where does my JSGC man of the match go? Erling Haaland's grabbed a brace. He's got an assist. 2 goals and an assist. Foden's had a good game. It's just been an all-round complete team performance. I'm really struggling on giving a man of the match here as John Stones just stepped onto Bruno Fernandes' foot. Could argue that could have been a yellow card for Johnny Stones. Not given. Free kick instead to Manchester United. Here's Garnacho under pressure from Kyle Walker. Has to go back. Finds Harry Maguire. 6 minutes from time. Old Trafford emptying in the rain. The 3-0 down. Manchester City put them to the sword. Here is Marcus Rashford. outside of the Manchester City penalty area, and a tackle comes in through a combination of the Portuguese duo Ruben Dias and Bernardo Silva, and that will go out for a corner to Manchester United, and they'll just be looking to try and get a consolation goal, you would think, at this point in the game to try and get them back into it. This has been brilliant from Manchester City. Nothing short of absolutely brilliant. Corner comes in. Volley from Christian Eriksen. Great interception from Manchester City. Marcus Rashford picks up the pieces for Manchester United. Halfway inside the Manchester City half. Gives it to Dalot. Rashford goes with the ball in. Jack Grealish finds a block. Packed clear by Josko Gvardiol, and it's good work from Grealish. He's desperately unlucky not to find Julian Alvarez. Here's Reguilon coming forward now. McTominay. Reguilon has no idea where the ball is. Big Harry Maguire's up there. Why is Big Harry Maguire staying up there? The 3-0 down. Johnny Evans wins the header from City's clearance upfield. Christian Eriksen. You feel like United are very vulnerable here on the counter-attack, and that looks like it's come off an Army United player. Doesn't matter. It goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in, and Manchester United can prepare another couple of subs in what is an already desperately lost situation. It's going to be Anthony Martial and Anthony that's going to come on for Manchester United. We're going to see Mateo Kovacic and City are going to look to just try and add fresh energy to midfield, and Jeremy Doku come on for the final 4 minutes of the game, plus whatever's to be added on with a couple of goals in the second half. You suspect it's probably going to be 4 or 5 minutes. So, confirmation of the United substitutions. Marcus Rashford comes off, and Christian Eriksen as well, and Anthony Martial come on. For Manchester City, we're going to see Julian Alvarez come off. So, my bet done and dusted. It doesn't come in, unfortunately. My betting this season has been inept. Julian Alvarez comes off. We're going to see Jeremy Doku come on, and we're also going to see Mateo Kovacic come on, and that's going to be for Jack Grealish. So I presume Kovacic is just going to take over the reins from Julian Alvarez. May mean Bernardo Silva may get further forward here. And with Grealish going off, I think it's going to be a left wing like for like. Good performance from Jack. It is an 8 out of 10 performance for me. Jeremy Doku comes onto some tired legs. And if you're that United defence, vulnerable on the counter-attack, and you've got Jeremy Doku coming on, bad news. Bad news. Seeing fair few red empty seats at Old Trafford now. Oh, it's a poor clearance from Bruno Fernandes. And here comes City coming forward. Kovacic. Haaland was screaming for that. Kovacic makes that run. Not used by Foden. Here's Bernardo now. Back to Phil Foden. Works that into space. Good recovery run there from Johnny Evans. Can't be easy. I think he's 35 years old playing in a Manchester derby. It's not easy going up against Manchester City and the amount of running that's needed there. Johnny Evans must be exhausted. That's a good ball forward from United, and a foot race here for Kyle Walker and Garnacho, and that goes out of play for a corner to Manchester United. Kyle Walker wanted a goal kick there. I'm not too sure why. Clearly looked like it came off Kyle Walker, and that'll take us into the final couple of minutes of this game. So don't forget, if you are enjoying the content, please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new around here too. That would be much appreciated. So corner here for United. Fernandes to take. Whipped in. Headed clear by Manchester City. Headed back in towards the penalty area. John Stones wants the offside flag. It doesn't come. City haven't got this one clear yet. And eventually the offside flag does go up against United. And Josko Gvardiol and John Stones happy with that decision. And Manchester City can go back to taking their time. Now, if I'm Manchester City, I think I'd be tempted to get the final 3 substitutions on here. As Sky Sports decided to give Bernardo Silva the player of the match. I think my man of the match I'm going to give to... It's a difficult one. Bernardo Silva's been everywhere. Johnny Stones has been everywhere. But Haaland's goals and Haaland's assist is what's won this game ultimately for City. So I think it's a bit of a cop-out from me to give it to Erling Haaland. But I think as Sky Sports have given Bernardo Silva their player of the match, I'm not going to match them on this one. And I think I'm going to give my JSGC man of the match to Erling Haaland. That's got out of play, throwing for City. So poor from Manchester United. They're really bad, aren't they? Thing we love to see. I'm trying to think of my title for my review video. I'm thinking either Derby Day Delights for Manchester City or Have It Manchester United. I don't know which one to go for. Here's Kyle Walker. Back to Ruben Dias. Comes off the back of Garnacho's head. And that'll be a throw into Manchester City as City just happy to take the time here into the 90th minute. What they're going to add on then is the question. Under normal circumstances, this was a close game. I reckon they'd be going for 7, 8, even 9 minutes. Match is done and dusted. I don't think it'll be any more than 5. I reckon 4's my bet. And my 4 minutes is absolutely spot on. Here's Bernardo Silva to Mateo Kovacic now. He's got Rodri in space. Is the time for one more for City? 4-0 at Old Trafford. Oh, it'll be beautiful. Here's Phil Foden. Not that I'm disappointed with a 3-0 win at Old Trafford. Oh, the Olays are going in by the Manchester City fans now. Is it challenge accepted? Keep the ball for 4 minutes. Rodri, Stones, Bernardo. United's defence is there. It's wide open. Punish them. Be ruthless. Punish them. City go with a crossfield pass given away towards Jeremy Doku. I don't even think Jeremy Doku's touched the ball yet for Manchester City, and that should be kept in by Mateo Kovacic. It's good work, and Doku doesn't get the pass from Josko Gvardiol to go on a little run to stretch that Manchester United defence. Here's Gvardiol once more. Back to Rodri. Here is Johnny Stones. Bruno Fernandes still running. Old Trafford continues to empty here. Here is Doku now. Gets his first touch of the game. Fancies a foot race with McTominay. Has to turn inside. Gives it to Kovacic. Through the outside. Back to Doku. Rodri's in acres of space. Doku turns. Oh, he's fouled there. That's going to be a free kick, and that's going to be a yellow card. And Anthony slapped Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku there pointing at Anthony. He's not happy with that challenge. And Anthony's just risen his hand and slapped Jeremy Doku's hand. And yellow card comes out for Anthony. And I think maybe Doku might go into the book here for City, maybe. Anthony just had 2 swipes at Jeremy Doku. Doku really not happy with that second one. So he raises his hand and then slaps his hand out of his face. Doku really not happy with that challenge. And Anthony's been on the pitch 2 minutes and already frustrated. Into the book. So my yellow card one comes in. It's just Julian Alvarez anytime. I should have gone with Erling Haaland anytime. I had it as both teams to score, though. That would have been the big problem here. But never mind. I don't mind my bets losing when Man City win. So a free kick here for Manchester City. They've only committed Haaland forward, and here is Jeremy Doku up against Fernandes. He gets the better of him into the penalty area, goes to the byline. Can he square it across? He can't, but he can get a corner. Jeremy Doku causing all kinds of problems here. Love it. 90 seconds remaining here at Old Trafford. It's going to be a famous Derby Day victory for Manchester City. Jeremy Doku just did Bruno Fernandes because Bruno Fernandes couldn't make the challenge. Great work, Jeremy Doku. What talent. What a player. Worked the outside of the penalty area. The City fans urge Kyle Walker to have a shot. Bernardo's going to go for the back post. Not a good ball. Picked up, though. Kovacic has a shot blocked by Johnny Evans. And Rodri goes down, and I think that's going to be a free kick. It's given to Manchester City. So we're going to finish this game with a free kick to Manchester City, 25 yards out. Pretty centre to goal, but a good position. So 4-0 could still be on here. So bear with. Bruno Fernandes comes to 5th player to be booked. Another yellow card for Manchester United. Rodri pulled down. He's holding his face. He's not one to stay down and hold his face, Rodri. Hopefully okay. He's holding his neck. I don't think there's going to be that many neck injuries, so I think he's okay. He's back on his feet. There's a lot of arguing going on over here. The referee's having a word with the 2 captains, Bruno Fernandes and Kyle Walker, and I think he's saying this Doku and Anthony thing needs to stop, continuing to have a pop at each other. Kyle Walker continuing his conversation with Anthony. Erling Haaland getting involved here as well. Handbags! As Julius says, yeah, the United players' heads have gone. They're 3-0 down in a derby. I don't really get why the United fans are still in the stadium. I presume they're there to let their feelings know at the end of the game that there's going to be a massive case of booing going on, which will be beautiful. So I'm going to be silent for that so I can listen and savour every moment. So a free kick here for Manchester City. It's worthwhile from this range just having a pop a goal, to be honest. It's a shame we've not got Alvarez still on the pitch. This is Alvarez territory. Anthony and Doku continuing to have a pop at each other is what's happened. And I think it's still continuing, these handbags. I don't really get what the hold-up is here. We're now a minute over time. I mean, the free kick got given with 40 seconds remaining. So it's taken nearly 2 minutes for this set piece to be taken. It doesn't look like it's going to be taken anytime soon. It's a four-man wall for Manchester United. I think Erling Haaland's going to have a shot here to try and get his hat-trick. What a free kick this would be if this went in. Haaland straight into the wall. I think the referee just wants to end the game. And there's the chorus of boos from the Manchester United fans. Manchester's blue. We already knew that. What a glorious, glorious performance from Manchester City. This very much feels like a little turning point for Manchester City. We win our first 6 games in the Premier League. We pick up a couple of defeats on the road to Wolves and to Arsenal. We've not really been finding our feet. We scraped through a win last weekend against Brighton, and we come out with a magnificent performance here at Old Trafford that we really do need to build upon. We've got a match against Bournemouth at home next week. We've got no midweek distractions. It can be all focused now for Manchester City in the rain in Manchester, as Manchester confirmed until the next Manchester derby that it is blue once more. Fantastic result for City. 3 goals for Manchester City. 2 opening goals for Erling Haaland. An assist for Haaland for Phil Foden as well. Pep Guardiola with a massive smile on his face. And I tell you what, if it wasn't for Onana, this could easily, and I mean easily, have been 5 or 6 for Manchester City. A fantastic performance. I'm going to get them stats up because it's just beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Pep Guardiola relishing in it. The City players are going to celebrate. As I said, no distraction, so the players are probably going to party all night now. Probably have a day off tomorrow, a little bit of a recovery day. Don't do much on Tuesday and come back nice and fresh Wednesday and prepare for the match against Bournemouth in what is another big Premier League clash for Manchester City. So 2 goals for Erling Haaland. 26-minute first half, giving Manchester City the lead. Followed that up from that penalty kick with a 49th minute killer second goal for Erling Haaland. We rock up and we get the job done. An assist on 80 minutes for Haaland, and that man Phil Foden grabbing and confirming the 3 goals and the 3 points for Manchester City, as well as the players jump around, loving it and enjoying it with the fans. Not one single Manchester City fans left that away end at Old Trafford. I'm not too sure if they've been locked in or not, but I think the fans are just there because they want to be there, because it's just these are the moments you come back to the big games and the games that you enjoy the most in the season, and you're going to struggle to find a game through the 38 games that doesn't have a trophy on the line that you will enjoy more than this Manchester City victory at Old Trafford. It is a fantastic victory. 61% possession for City, 21 shots, 10 on target, 3 goals, 3-0. Absolutely spot on. As I said, Onana made 3 or 4 fantastic saves in the end for Manchester United, as this could have been an embarrassing scoreline. 80.5% pass completion rate, just below 90%. So I think the analysis in me wants to say that might be where Man City look to try and improve on the ball distribution. But how do you improve on a 3-0 away victory in the Manchester derby? It's just the perfect performance from Man City. Be clinical, pass better. You're nitpicking. 6 clear-cut chances. Who said creativity is a problem? Pep Guardiola, in my opinion, spot on with Grealish starting. JSGC, You're wrong, and I'm happy to admit that I'm wrong here. Pep Guardiola got this spot on. That's why Pep Guardiola gets paid £300,000+ a week, and I don't get paid £300,000 a week. Fantastic work from Manchester City. Complete annihilation for Pep Guardiola and schooling Erik Ten Hag as well. 19 corners in the game, 12 for City, 7 for United, 4 offsides. Another game with no offsides for Manchester City. 75% tackle completion rate, just under 60% aerial duel percent succession rate as well. 3 saves for Ederson, a brilliant save on from McTominay at the end of the first half. Brilliant save. It's just all round been a brilliant performance with a clean sheet, fully deserved for Ederson. It's just been a type of performance. 7 big saves for Onana. As I said, it could have been embarrassing this for United in the end. And they lost their heads towards the end. So 4 yellow cards for United, 1 for Manchester City means we get 5 yellow cards from this match as well. Yellow cards today falling for Onana in goal for Manchester United. Amrabat picked one up in the first half as well. Bruno Fernandes, as United started to lose the head, got one along with Anthony for his thingies with Jeremy Doku and Phil Foden with the yellow card for Manchester City as well. And that, guys, completes that. It is job done for Manchester City. It's been a cool, collective, fantastic performance from City. I'm going to go and do my match review, which is going to be out for you guys within the next hour. You have my word. So I'll see you all for the build-up for that. I'm going to have a transfer update up as well in the next 24 hours. And I'm going to have a couple of days off. And then we'll have the build-up towards the Bournemouth game towards the end of the week for you guys to enjoy. So I will see you guys for that. So I've been JSGZ. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you to everybody that's left a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. Let's keep pushing and get them likes up. That would be much appreciated. We're 45 likes away from 100 likes, so I don't think we're going to hit the 100 likes again for this live stream. But in the post-production, you never know. Let's go mega ambitious here. Let's see if we can get it up to 70 likes. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, don't forget, as well, as I said, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. If you're watching this after the game, leave your thoughts in the comments below. We've got the live chat rolling for another minute or so. So if you want to get any post-match thoughts in, then get them in. Now is the time. Booger says, massive fan for Liverpool. Do I think Manchester United should be going for De Zerbi from Brighton and Hove Albion? Brilliant manager. It's too good for Manchester United, if you ask me. I think if he's patient enough, he could have a job at Liverpool should Jurgen Klopp leave at any point, or a job at Manchester City should Pep Guardiola leave at any point, or one of the really big European clubs competing in the Champions League. At the moment, United are far off, and I think United are a bit of a cursed club. Erik Ten Hag's not a bad manager. He had a really good reputation. He did wonders with Ajax. He was getting linked with all kinds of jobs. He comes to Manchester United and it doesn't work. It's just a different kind of pressure. I don't think that's the right club for him. I'm not saying he would be a failure there. He's a fantastic manager. I'm sure he'd do a very good job. If I was him, I wouldn't touch the Manchester United job on the basis of if he sticks at Brighton for another 12 to 24 months, there will be a better job there for him. So there we go. Sharma, presuming United fan tuning in as well. Ten Hag's getting it at Manchester United. Really not happy with that one. Handed it to them by Manchester City with a 3-0 win. And sure, lots of questions are going to get asked of the Manchester United manager. He can't argue that he's not being backed for the funding. Obviously, United have all the problems with the owners and everything, but money has been spent, and yet they're seeing nothing on the pitch and seem to be getting worse as well. So a lot of the frustration being vented there towards the manager. So thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I'm going to do my review video for you guys to look forward to, so do stay tuned for that in the next hour. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys again next weekend for another live watch along as Manchester City take on Bournemouth in the Premier League. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you next week. I've been JSGC. Take care. Peace. Ciao for now.